Uh, Welcome to Skottie Talk. I'm Dustin, Tyler, and we have special guest Mike Maihack. Mike, welcome to the show. How are you doing tonight?
Hi. Oh, I'm good. I'm a little tired, but I'll hang in there.
You power through. Yeah, so this may be our shortest show of the year, but no, no.
Oh, just kind of drifting off. Oh, he's
Yeah,
gone.
he's gone. That's good.
Exactly.
You'll be the same as most of our audience then, probably, because we no just to give.
Exactly.
But right as we're going live, of course, we have a reoccurring guest on here, Mike, named Seth. And of course, he starts texting us during the show right when he knows we're going live. So that's why he always tries to throw us a little bit off our game. You'll see him pop in the comments maybe. Now, Mike, I'm not sure how you're set up at your house, but can you see comments and things, or are you just looking at the screen?
I can now that you mentioned them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Okay.
So we're pretty good about reading them off if anybody has questions or anything. But yeah, generally it's just hooligans. So
Okay.
Yeah, you'll just roll with it eventually. But you're also this is the 68th episode that
Oh, my
we
goodness.
did. I know it's hard for us to believe too, like we've made it this far. But this is our first one with a new format. So Tyler has revamped our slides,
Okay.
and we're a very visual show. We like showing the artist's work. We like showing like a bit of their history, having fun with the segments. But we had a really kind of ugly bright blue screen. So Tyler has did a great job revamping it. So you can grade it at the end of the show how well Tyler
oh
did.
goodness,
So on a scale
Lovely,
from 1 to 5.
Oh yeah, my glasses have the. I have that.
I know.
blue
Yeah, I
tint
love that. Yeah.
on
Yeah.
my glasses, because of computer use and like, yeah, look at that. That is
Oh,
cool.
Yeah, it's super
Oh,
cool
There we
vibes.
go. Ah.
it used to be so much
Very
worse though. It used to be
Yeah.
so much worse. So, but just in case anybody forgets who we're having on, this is Mike. We'll walk through all of his career. A big fan from afar for a while. Uh, a lot of the guests that we've had on here have some type of, and Mike, we didn't get to give you a little bit of the feedback on it, but Tyler and I met on a Skottie Young Appreciation Group Facebook group, and we met at a con, and we had so much fun talking with each other and hanging out that we decided to start a little show like this as more of a hangout show.
That's
And we've
cool.
been fortunate enough to get artists on, and you've been on the list for a while, and I thought I don't know if Mike would want to come on. I've never had any interactions with you, but you were very generous. You're quick to reply and schedule a date. So thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
And I will say I ordered the Cleopatra in Space book a couple of weeks ago on Amazon, and I got it in and I started reading. It was the very first one, because of the book series. I believe it's a 6-book series that ended in 2020. But the very first book, I started reading it, and as I set it down on our coffee table at home, one of my daughters saw it and it's like, "Oh, I love that show." And I said, "Oh, it's a show." Like I felt completely ignorant, but they were you were probably going to be their favorite guest we've ever had on, just
Oh,
based upon that. So,
cool.
but we'll get into that a little bit more later. Uh, this was a screen.
Yeah.
This was something I just added for some of your work from 2025, and I believe there's one maybe from 2024 in here. But just to show,
Yeah, I post all over. I mean, most of the stuff, all my recent stuff's always on Patreon, and like a year go by, I was like, none of this has gone on the socials at all. Just like I put it up and then I forget about it. So yeah, a
What's
lot of times I'll post art in 25 that's from like 24 or 23. And
yeah, I
it's
noticed one.
weird.
Yeah, there was one like that, and I thought,
Yeah.
oh no. Then there's a Patreon. There's one that you posted on Patreon that I did from 2026. And
Okay.
I did not post it on here because I
Oh, the
thought,
one from yesterday.
yes,
Probably.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I can say the character, the magic. That's also how I found out you were from Florida, because you had talked about attending a magic show. The guy, and that was the only
Yeah.
scheduled show that he was in. But
Yeah.
I saw that and I thought, well, I don't want to share that to the group because I kind of want to. And like Tyler has posted your Patreon link there. I want to make sure people are funneled to your Patreon link. So if you like this, make sure and sign up for Mike's Patreon and be able to see all this kind of cool stuff. Because you post, how often do you post on Patreon? Because I feel like it's at least weekly.
Yeah, it's definitely weekly. I try to post at least once a week. Sometimes, I mean, there's been months where I've posted every day, like in a month, which is
That's awesome.
like, I've done like X-Men months, and
yeah.
Super Battober, of course. But I don't know if I can keep up with that all the time. But yeah, at least I always try to put at least 4 new pieces of art up a month. It's kind of my goal. And usually ends up being somewhere around 5 to 6 in the end. But I love having a place where I can just draw for fun and not for any sort of sort of meme or like
for cloud or whatever it is. It's just
like magic. I was like, I just felt like drawing magic. Not that maybe she is. I don't really get on social media that much anymore, so maybe she is being talked about. But
good Lord, magic has blown up.
Yeah, because I like drawing it. And,
magic is huge.
Yeah, I guess she is. She did get pretty popular in recent years. She's cool. She's such a fun character to draw. So.
Well, I loved you had a comment on there. Somebody had commented that about the size of her sword, and you're like, you drew this giant sword and you're like, actually, I drew it big enough. Like I should have.
I can always go bigger. Yeah.
But yeah, highly recommend signing up for that. But we'll move on. Oh, first and foremost, Mike, this is something else that we had not told you about, and you are more than welcome to leave right after we tell you about it.
Oh no!
But welcome to the club. Anybody that comes on Skottie Talk is a certified good buddy of ours, whether they want to be or not. So congratulations, and we're sorry. But welcome.
I love that. Do I get like a patch?
We're working on stickers and working on stickers, so hopefully it's work our way to patches. So
yeah, you're not the first person to ask that question, so we've got to do something about that. So
we need merch, it seems like, for sure. So
no, but yeah, welcome to the club. We've now got your back for life. So welcome to the club. And one last segment. Oh, there's a lot of space between that E and that apostrophe.
There was, yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
That's everybody's favorite segment. Wink, wink. This is a new graph. I've only seen this once, Mike. So I apologize for this, but that's
awesome.
It is awesome. Tyler, you did a great job on this one. But chart chat with Dustin. This is a kind of a reoccurring gag that we have on the show. I love charts. I love spreadsheets. I'm an accountant, so one of the things I always like to do a chart, and this is our chart for the week. So yeah, Jerry gets he knows that charts. Everybody screams charts like it's Pee Wee's Playhouse whenever I show a chart. But this is for our last show, Mike, and we were so scared it was going to happen this show that we tried to take precautions for it.
No.
Have you seen the movie? I don't want to give a spoiler, but have you seen the movie The Sixth Sense?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, it's not a spoiler then. But we were Bruce Willis's character last week, where we put on a show for 10 minutes, and I forgot to hit the go live button.
Oh.
So comments were flooding in. They thought, and we were interacting. We thought we were interacting with people. They could see us, and then we finally hit us that we were not live and nobody could see us, and it was just ourselves talking to each other. So it was a fun. Thankfully, it didn't happen on this show. That was the issue. So
yeah.
Was there nothing? Was it at least recording, or is it just like
no? It was nothing.
No,
Mike.
yeah,
it was just dead air.
Yeah.
It was like a practice. It was getting into the new year, getting into 2026, getting those jitters out. So
very punctual about hitting the go live button when it hits zeros, and I hit it, but I didn't hit it twice, and that's where it got me. So 66 episodes of perfection, one episode of 10 minutes of us, and the comments were almost where we could interact with them, Mike. So they were saying stuff that would kind of pertain. We thought, because we had Seth on the show, he was a guest last week as one of the fans that was showing some of his art, and we're talking about different stuff we'd gotten over the holidays, and people were interacting. We thought, oh man, they get it. They get what's going on. They were talking about how bad the show was, joking.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but they were blaming Seth for it. And I thought, okay, well, they're just because Seth's on the air. It's kind of a joke. We pick on Seth because we love him. But then we realized there's no viewers. There's nobody watching it. So we had to go back in time and do the whole 10 minutes again, and it was just a nightmare.
It's what practice,
I didn't sleep that night.
I'm glad.
But we got it this week with you, and that's the main thing that matters. So
that's right. So without further ado, we've got the silliness out of the way. The reason we're all here tonight, and thank you very much for sharing it to your your legion of fans, Mike. Tonight's show. Let's get into a little bit about our special guest, Mike Maihack. Quite of. And this is straight from LinkedIn. So if you wonder, we're not stalkers.
I don't think I've been in LinkedIn for years.
It's close enough. It's accurate enough where we can follow. So. But you've got quite the field of work here. I mean, so this is back whenever you were at the Columbus College of Art, I mean, what was your kind of main interest? What did you want to get into? Like, did you ever?
Oh yeah, I wanted to get into comics. It wasn't really they didn't have a track for that when I went like I started in '97, so it was at the end of the last century.
Oh yeah,
I guess it was.
Yeah.
And so I ended up studying illustration and then splitting up with a lot of animation. So I took like animation courses and illustration courses, and I thought if I could like sort of take the sequential ness of animation and combine that with sort of like storytelling of single images with illustration, it would give me a good sort of leadway into what I wanted to do with comics. And I guess it worked out.
You're doing pretty well, I'd say. Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of how I went. And then I thought I might actually go into animation right after college and get some sort of career in that. And I was mainly into traditional animation and drawing by hand and that sort of thing. But that was right at the end of the 90s where all those studios sort of shut down.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So then I was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I ended up just custom framing for a good 6 years while I worked on my own like freelance comics and illustrations and graphics for other people till that took off enough where I could just do it full time.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah.
One of the things because you've got comments, these are people that are obviously fans of yours that you have brought from your show, but great guest and wonderful human being. Please ask Mike, what's the best thing about Ohio?
Oh man, their pizza. Yeah. And New Yorkers, Chicago, people from Chicago, they're gonna scoff. There's this place in we used to go to. My wife's from like Canal Winchester, Lancaster, that area of Columbus. And there's this place that we used to go to, not quite as good as they used to be. New ownerships take over, but the fact that up there they use those tiny little pepperonis, those really ones that kind of curl up. The Road World style, like on every pizza. And the fact that it's like crispy crust, but not like floppy, not falling over. I love it. I think it's the best pizza. I know nobody's going to agree with me with that, but I think the best thing about the entire state of Ohio. I mean, there's probably been some good artists have come out.
No. Pizza's a strong answer.
Pizza and artists, it's go hand in hand. So
my grandpa lives about an hour east of Columbus, and we go up there about 3 times a year. So I'll have to get that pizza place because we drive through to try it out the next time we head up there. We've still got family that lives in that area.
Roman Pizza was the name of the place, but it's I don't think it's the same. So I think we've been trying different places, and they're all still.
Okay.
I mean, I'm comparing it to from Florida pizza, which is the worst pizza. I've been to Italy. I've been to Chicago. I've been to actually there was some good pizza in Atlanta I had too. I mentioned that. I sound like I eat pizza a lot. It's really I don't. It's like a once every 2 months thing, and maybe that's why I enjoy it.
You're so passionate about it. It's funny, not to jump ahead of ourselves, but that'll be relevant later on in the show. So I'm glad it was brought up now.
There we go.
It's called Chekhov's gun. I mean, you see it in the first act. It's going to show up in the last act. So
exactly,
we've got it going. Donato's.
I mean, that is still. I mean, that's like what fast food style Ohio pizza.
Yeah, we got one of those in Kentucky.
Than what we have down here in Florida. So yeah,
well, there's a pizza place.
It's the pepperonis. You just can't get it.
Yeah.
There's a place in when we used to go to Orlando, especially when the kids were little, and we went every year. There was a place called the Romeo's or something like that pizza, and we were staying at some type of vacation home down there, and we would always make sure and find it and go eat there because we were going before my kids were even born, and me and my wife went there, and they had a stuffed crust pizza, and we could buy one pizza and kind of eat on. That would be our kind of in between, like when we didn't want to go grab lunch somewhere, we'd eat on that stuffed crust pizza. So I don't know about the rest of Florida's pizza, but that is one
That
pizza
one was
place.
good?
That one was good. So
yeah.
Well, you're only telling me this now, Dustin, when I've been here for 4 years. So
I know.
I'll have to give
I'm
this a
sorry.
look, so.
Mike brought it out of me. I couldn't help it. I had to brag about the place I can't remember the name of.
That's
So
fair. Yeah, I'll have to get that name. Yeah.
So I'll look. It's saved on a picture on my phone somewhere from like 3 phones ago. So
We have all these like pizza place chains and the links, to check out. It won't be like art and comments and stuff. It'll just be like pizza. Like,
oh man, you know me well, Mike. Oh me. And there was one other comment I didn't want to gloss over it. I apologize. We kind of lost thing, but and this is just a kind of a build up. If y'all haven't read Cleopatra in Space, it's so unbelievably good.
Look at the.
Yeah. One thing that YouTube has done that's messed us up, Mike, is they used to have people's names over there, but now they've kind of switched to like an avatar username where so we have to usually ask who the person is, especially people that's been on the show for years.
I want the real name.
Yes. Now Jerry's is easy. He's a man of my kind of style with first name _ last name. So I like that. I can relate to that. All right. This is a new slide. Tyler, you go.
Yeah, I just listed some of the going on your website, just listing off some of your achievements in the awards, for Cleopatra and all that kind of stuff. It's always interesting and fun to see that kind of stuff again, to see something you create become successful and become wide known and then receive accolades for it and stuff. How does that feel to be creating comics and then to create something that really resonates with people and then you start getting noticed for that work?
Oh yeah. The awards don't really matter to me as much as just sort of knowing that I like you said, like I did something that did resonate with somebody. I guess the awards is sort of like the physical representation of that, and sometimes they can help with the book sales, which is nice, which can just help it get out to more people.
Exactly.
My main concern is just that people really enjoy the stories, but also not like just enjoy them, but then sort of somewhat inspired by them too. Like it cause them want to tell their own stories or go do this or maybe draw or go read a different story like it, read other books. But yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason if I didn't want to create something that people are entertained by, I probably would have a different career. And so it feels good when people actually, when you spend, hours on end creating content, it's nice that people can actually respond to it in a positive way.
So,
yeah. No, for sure. I think it's like what you said. It's not necessarily the word itself. It's just what it represents. As you said, the visual of impacting, a multitude of people. And like you said, being able to then reach a wider audience and get that book into more hands. And then, like you said, to maybe hopefully get it into somebody's hands where it'll really resonate and then carries them onward to their, inspirations and career and that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, and I know publishers. I mean, they love the awards. So it's good for that too. The good publisher-creator relationship.
I'm sure. Yeah.
That's such a great name for the award too. There, the selection, the quick pick for reluctant young adults.
I did really like that.
That's great. Yeah. That's really good.
It's so nice. That was one of the big surprise. And it shouldn't have been, I guess, but it was one of the big surprises. Especially the first Cleopatra in Space book came out. I have this style of writing where I don't use a lot of exposition. Things are just kind of happening, and I try to tell everything through either the drawings, the art, or the dialogue. And so it kind of moves at a very quick pace, usually the stories. So even though it's like a 170-page graphic novel, I think the first one was, it reads very, very, very fast. And I got multiple letters from like parents saying this was like the first book my son ever was able to make it all the way through, or awesome. My daughter was able to make it all the way through. They had never really been into reading, and now they're reading, this and this and this and this, and it was all thanks to Cleopatra in Space. And I was like, that's better than the thing above it, the Florida Book Award. That's kind of why I'm making stories in the first place. So it was kind of nice to hear that. And then I kept getting more emails and letters coming my way. I decided to start sort of upping the sort of literacy level of each book. Yeah. So as kids wanted to read them, they were sort of like increasing their reading level without even realizing it. By the time they got to the 6 books, they were, reading things that they didn't even know they could have done before. So it helped me also become, I think, a better writer, a better artist in the process as well. So I'm very thankful for that as well.
That's awesome. The pacing of the books definitely let me recommend it to my friends.
Oh, nice.
So that's awesome. And thank you very much. They said, I'm not sure what this person's real name is, but it's their first time viewing the show. So welcome to the show. We appreciate having you on tonight. And thank you very much for tuning in.
Yeah, appreciate it.
My ego is going to be like,
yes,
that's our goal is to boost you.
All right. Not my favorite.
Enjoy it. There's so many things on the internet that knock people down. It's good to have something to build people up. So we're all about that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's really nice. Yeah.
Now this one kind of peaked. I found out about this, the parable. Wow. I hadn't seen that. So in the Nehemiah story, I'm a Sunday school teacher. So whenever I saw this one, so I was like, oh, that's awesome. But also the other contributor on this, Tom Bancroft, he was the first person that I ever got a commission from at a con.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
I don't think I've ever mentioned on there, but for a period of time, I was doing Daenerys Game of Thrones commissions. And he was like what started that. So you kind of see where this is going. He drew Daenerys with a Mushu like tangled up in her hair.
Yeah.
So and Tom's and I've gotten other pieces from him, and his brother Tony are Disney legends. So
you're great.
So this, I was like, oh, cool. Mike and Tom both contributed to this book. So this was pretty early on. I want to say this was like 2011, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, this is really be early in my career. I wouldn't even call it. I didn't really have a career yet.
This was
I was way in over my head when I was working on Parable. But it's amazing that it kind of worked out the way it did.
But this is your cover. I grabbed the right because I was trying to find your name on this cover somewhere. Is this the art that you drew, or did I grab the wrong one?
I did draw that. I was sort of the organizer. I don't want to say, I'm hesitant to say editor because I really didn't have that skill set at the time. But I was kind of the organizer for kind of gathering the artists together, and then selecting which stores and try to help guide the book a certain way. So when it came to the cover, I ended up kind of drawing this and sharing it, and that's what it ended up being.
That's awesome.
It's fun. Yeah, it's still a fun little anthology. It was sort of it started from I don't know if you remember the Flight anthologies that came out kind of probably maybe about 15 years ago now. I've missed the time. Oh, here's my son. You can come in. What's up?
Hello. Hey,
nice
bud.
to meet you.
That's the best kind of visits there.
Bye
bye. Take it easy, Bill. Hey, my son does that about every other show, so he likes popping in on the camera. So.
Yeah, that's great. That's why. That's another reason to make comments. It's for him.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But the Flight, you said the Flight came out about 15 years ago.
Oh, yeah. It's anthologies with a bunch of different artists and stuff from just pretty much around the web and different animators and things like that. And they had like a forum where a lot of us that were sort of just kind of wanting a community of other artists and like-minded people that maybe weren't so much into Marvel or DC, but like other types of things could go in and out and share our art. And that's where a lot of those creators came from, was just from us sort of hanging out. And I shared the idea of doing some sort of like faith-based sort of anthology. And then we all just did little short stories. Still, I haven't thought about it in a few years, but it's incredible that we actually were able to pull it off and put a book together. And I don't even know if you can still even get it.
It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. So I would have actually ordered this one prior, but I found out about it I think 2 days ago, so I didn't have time to get it in time. But it's one that I've added to my
to the wish list.
To my cart.
There's some really good stories in it. I think mine's decent.
That's of course.
I'm like, but it's there's some stellar work in that book for sure.
Oh, that's awesome. And like we said earlier, I looked down. We're 25 minutes into the show. Mike, if there's any point in time where you're like, I got to pull the plug. We will not feel bad at all, but we're
Oh,
going.
yeah.
We'll try to get as much of your career as we can here before you have to go. But this is the other thing that, because whenever our very first artist guest that we had on here, who's coming on in a couple of weeks, was Brett Bean, and he had ties to Jim Henson as well. And we brought up this career. We did a deep dive into his careers too. But this was another one that I was like, oh man, you have did so many different things. To see them like all laid out together is like, good gosh, your career has just almost been like a dream sheet of artist, of getting to work in all these different realms. So how was it kind of working on this book and putting it together, helping to do the story?
Yeah, that was I think, what did I work on that one? I was mainly a colorist on.
Oh, okay.
You
did the color on the short story. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try it. You know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Tris Eliopoulos. That's probably close.
It works.
He drew a story I colored, and that was my first time sort of coloring somebody else's work, and that was kind of and the cover here, I think I colored somebody else's work on that too. I don't remember who drew it. I can't remember the artist. I have. You're gonna learn. Anybody watching is gonna learn. Wow, this guy, he has no memory, and it's true. I'm always thinking ahead. I'm not really thinking about things that my memory.
Yeah, the now and the future, exactly. Yeah.
Mike's would be like, I didn't realize I was being quizzed tonight. I would have never came on in this case.
But it was. I loved the show. Like growing up, I mean, I was entranced by. I'm a huge Muppets fan, and Jim Henson just in general. But so I was like, into Labyrinth, Dark Crystal. Storyteller was one of those things that was like those, but like surreal, And it was kind of like when you're a kid, it's like kind of scary, and you're not sure if you're allowed to watch it, but your parents are letting you, so you're like, oh, okay, this is cool and creepy and. But yeah, it was neat when I think it was Nate Cosby was the one that edited it together and came to me and asked if I had any idea or any wanted to participate in it. And I think we were going to draw a story together, but I just wasn't. I didn't have the time to do it. I was just working on some other things at the time. So I'm glad I could at least contribute at least with my colors. And at the time, I was probably a much better colorist than I was. A sequential storyteller anyway.
Now, just be involved in anything with Jim Henson, because not only we talked about Brett having, but when Jay, another good buddy, Jay Fosgate was on the show, he also had a really good story about Jim Henson and the connection he had from like a childhood experience with him in a letter that's published like in the museum. So just to have another certified good buddy, whether you like it or not, to be involved with the Jim Henson book we thought that was pretty cool. So. Now this one, we're getting into scholastic books.
Fun. I literally have not thought about this stuff forever. I'm like thinking about I have this book to work on. So this is cool.
Well, this one you could do a free preview, not the full novel, but of like a sample on Amazon. So you could see that this one was not your typical like graphic novel. This looked like it was more of just your typical novel with art inserted in. So,
yeah, he did the prose, and I did like sort of the spot illustrations, and sometimes like a full page illustration throughout the story, just to help visualize it, enhance it. And it was such a fun. I got to read the story before coming up with what art I was going to do, and I was like, I have no problems making art for this story. It's so fun. It's like right up my alley of like
That's awesome.
super giant robots and super.
Yeah. What isn't fun about that? Yeah.
What's crazy, when I saw that big Scholastic thing down there, I was transported back to middle school book fairs, which was the best day of the year.
The best time.
I still have them. Like when my kids bring home the flyers, I get I look through them. I'm like, ooh, what's new?
You take a pencil and circle. Yeah. Yes. I'm right there with you. Now, the one thing I will be mindful of that me and Tyler talked about with the time restraint, we want to make sure we get through your career so you can talk about a real passion of yours, which you mentioned in Facebook, the message in Facebook.
Yeah, you caught a glimpse of it when you came in. Yeah.
So we're going to make sure we got to at least devote 30 minutes to that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna I don't know, kind of embarrassed myself because I'm like,
No, because I told Tyler, I was like,
I like really like, but don't know anything about. It's like I'm one of those. Like I love a lot of. I talk about. I have this little drawing group I get to once a month, and my two of my buddies are always there. They tell me once, like, you just like everything, because they'll complain about this, and I'm like, yeah, but it's not that bad, and like, but you like everything. It's like, it's true. I always find some sort of something I like. So if there's something that I really like, it's like,
it means a lot. I'm the exact same way. My room is littered with like any and every single IP you can kind of think of.
Yes,
but it's like if there's something I fall in love with, like you'll know, because it's like that doesn't happen. I don't stick with things usually. I know that. right now you'll kind of see, but I'm in my K-pop Demon Hunters era currently, so that's my current love interest. But yeah, it's just kind of. But like you said, just throwing darts and just seeing what sticks, kind of a deal. So,
oh yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah, everything. I have too much. That's the problem. Is I like too many things, and I can't fit it all. Like I can't afford it all.
Yeah, I wish I was one of those people who fixated on like one character, like that person that has everything Jafar related, or something specific. I'm like, no, I just kind of have to get anything and everything. So.
It's a race. It's a race.
Like you don't need more Lego. You haven't put together this thing yet. And I'm like, but I get the free thing if I get
exactly.
The gift with purchase. Okay, we're about to be derailed now because you've mentioned Lego.
No. You can have a whole Lego. Yeah, I've got Legos sitting on the floor that I bought for Christmas that needs to be built, but I have nowhere to put it. So
and it's time and stuff. But that's I love. That's sort of my like lately when I'm not drawing or creating. It's like I can still make something, but I can still sort of turn my mind off as I'm doing it, sort of unwind. And then you have something cool at the end of it, which is even
exactly to display. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things.
Well, it's one thing too. Comics. You a lot of times you almost see those as an investment where you don't want to mess them up. I like reading my comics. I like getting them, but once you buy a comic secondhand that you may see some potential value in, you put it in a glass case. You have it encapsulated. You put it on a wall. Lego. My 10-year-old son can come and play with me with Legos. And if he knocks it down and it goes into a million pieces, we just put it back together. I mean, that's what's so great about Lego. So
I would probably freak out first. And then
you have the right attitude. I'd be like, I have to leave the room. I can't even speak to anybody right now. Like, no.
I mean, 10-year-olds are fun. But he's got 3 older sisters, so I had lots of practice with them.
There you go.
All right. And this is another one. I'm afraid to even go to this one because you're cowboy short story. A penguin never misses short story. So this one,
I still like that story.
Okay, good. I was hoping this wasn't one that caught you off guard too.
I still like. I mean, it was only like a 3-page, and that was a good practice. And can I tell a story in just 3 pages, which wasn't easy. It's hard enough just telling a long, like a 20-page story. I was. I'm sorry, I started getting distracted by comments.
Oh no.
That was really fun, and it was a neat. I love westerns too, so I love all sorts of things. So, but also that's a really good my little short story aside, which is in between like the longer narrative of Cowboy. I don't know if that book's still in print, but it's really good. I really legit love that graphic novel. And so if anybody wants to pick it up and they can, or find it on like eBay or whatever. I
had trouble finding a lot of it because I Googled the images of it and I was able to pull up some of like the sequential strips from it, but none of them really said this was by Mike or something. So I didn't want to share.
I just put a little thing inside of it. Yeah. So it's not okay. Most of it's by Nate and Chris, but it's good. It's a good story. Yeah, and the one in my story, it's like again, it's like it's not like the best thing, but I still like it. I think it's fun. Yeah, I got to
check it out. I was looking for a story that had a penguin in it, and I didn't see it, so I thought I'm not going to put a story that doesn't have a penguin in it and pick the wrong one. So and this is something else I saw that was like game art. We had Derek was another one that we had on here that had a lot of game art.
This is your life. This is your
Yeah, I know.
We like doing deep dives and going through the history, what got to this point. So
don't walk towards the white light at the end of the show.
This is sort of embarrassing. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so long ago.
Somebody must have liked it though.
I really enjoyed doing all these cards. I loved drawing I was really into like Brian Froud. Again, that comes from like Jim Henson and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I had this, this fairies book that you did and gnomes and all, and all these different sort of. So I was really into drawing stuff like that for a long time, like a long chunk of my life. And so when the assignment came to do like a card series with just fairies and goblins, I don't know if I can't remember if I jumped at it, but I probably did because I was like, this is like right up my alley. This is really fun, but bright and colorful, not the sort of those sepia tones that I was used to doing. So it's kind of taking that and trying to mesh it with, sort of my more cute looking way of drawing characters. But yeah, sure. it was a lot of fun, and I still even get people that will play the game and contact me and say they like the artwork on it, and it's hard for me to look at because it's so old, but I'm glad to enjoy it.
Well, because the game itself, you may be surprised to know, but on Amazon, if you go and go search it on Amazon. The Art of Companion book is like there's a lot of those on there for sale, and just look at those.
They put a book together for me.
Yeah, so I mean, it must be pretty popular because there's a lot of them, and I clicked on a couple of the images and saw, and I thought, oh, this is really nice because there must have been enough interest in the card game itself to be able to develop the Art of book to sell as a
specifically,
companion. So
don't
be hard on yourself.
Yeah, I'm glad people enjoy it. I had a good time working on them. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's like the best case scenario. It might, looking back, like you said, it might be a little bit harder, but at least in the moment, you enjoyed it and
Yeah, and I think I was really proud of the work I did in the moment. I always am. It's hard for me to just put something out there that I'm not proud of. But it's really easy for me to look back on it later and go wonder why I was proud of it.
And it's completely fair. Yeah, the artist, the dichotomy of an artist. So never satisfied, but that's what what makes it great. So.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump ahead, but now we're getting into a little bit of because a lot of people when they think of DC and Marvel, and you've got work. We showed some of your awesome, amazing pieces that you do produce on a weekly basis. But this was kind of I pulled this up. It looks like it was the DC Digital Sensational. I think it cut off their comics featuring Wonder Woman #22. And I was reading one of the reviews on it, and it was given a lot of praise for this comic, and it was talking about even the setting of it, and you drew the setting being set in South Africa, which is the writer's home. I didn't realize at the time until I looked up who this writer was, and that's where she's from, is from South Africa. So they were saying the story was kind of told in two different pieces, and I won't spoil anything in the story, but. How did you get positioned to work on this?
I'm pretty sure this is around this Cleopatra in Space Time. I think maybe the first book or so. So I'm pretty sure it was my literary agent that brought it to me. Like DC would have contacted her, and she would have. This is something you would want to do, a little short Wonder Woman story. And it was a good story, so I said yes. And it is. It's sort of this girl in South Africa, and she's sort of pretending to be Wonder Woman. So the Wonder Woman stuff that's happening is kind of like in her head, how she's playing right now. And so it was fun to do something a little different than I had done with Cleopatra in Space. So for the more real setting in South Africa, I didn't ink it. I did like a penciled look with sort of a painted style to kind of differentiate it from the more extreme sort of Wonder Woman superhero type stuff.
That's really cool.
It was really fun. It was a really fun sort of experiment, and I'm glad that people enjoyed it. I think it has probably more to do with Lauren's good story than my art. But it was a blast to actually work on like a actual Wonder Woman story for DC Comics instead of just doing like sort of fan things here and there.
Well, yeah, they said back then, I mean, this may have changed since 2014 when the review was written, but they said there's not a whole lot of Wonder Woman stories that were set had the setting of South Africa. So just to be able to see her in a different environment and different setting was interesting and got a lot of good reviews for it.
That's good. That's great to hear.
I was adding one thing because we do have some of Mike's work. There's a book and a print that we will be giving away from Mike's store. We'll take care of that after the show, Mike. We'll figure out how we're going to ship those, but that's coming up for anybody that's hanging in here with us. I picked out my favorite print from the newest prints, so you're going to get my taste, but no complaints. They're all
for freebie,
awesome,
exactly. So
they're all awesome. So I'll order it, and we'll have Mike, if he doesn't mind, drop ship it to whoever the winner's house is.
Yeah.
Address, so
I can do that.
So where are we at now? Ah, man, it seems like this is.
Oh man.
Yeah, you knew it was coming up, Mike. We couldn't not talk about Super Battober. So
he's been itching to get to this point.
It's like a whole other career of mine in Super Battober. It's like, oh my gosh.
So I didn't even realize this because I've been a fan of your Super Battober for several years, and I want to say, was it you said you started in 2021 and it was kind of like Samney where he does the Batman.
Yeah,
October.
He was doing Battober, and I mean I've known Jake Parker, who started the Inktober for years, and so I always kind of wanted to do an Inktober, but I just didn't know if I wanted to challenge myself on that whole, for one thing, I do a lot of my work digitally these days. So going back to traditional art was, at first was kind of a lot for me. So one day, I think I was like 3 days late into an October, and it must have been 2020. Because I think it was 2020 actually, because I finished Cleopatra in Space, the 6th book, so I had like a month.
Wow.
I could actually do it. I wasn't working on a comic at the time.
Timing.
So I was like, what if I just draw like Batgirl and Supergirl drawings for 30 days straight? And they weren't watercolor that first month. I just penciled and inked them, and they were just black and white. I didn't even like scan them at first. I just like took a picture of it and held it up and posted it on the internet. And but it was like one of the most popular things I had ever done. And so the next, I was like, wow, people really like these, Batgirl and Supergirl, and that, I like drawing them. So the next year I decided to do it again, but then I started watercoloring them to I don't know, just for fun, really. I like using watercolors, and I just thought it would just be more enjoyable to sit there and do that as I worked on them each day. And so and then I ended up doing it for 6 years, I guess. Last year was the year I called a second.
Yeah.
I'm too old. It's a lot. It takes a lot out of me. And
no doubt. These are, and it's funny because I accidentally started in 2021, because I think you even mentioned in 2021, I did like your first post of 2021. You said I did Inktober last year. So it was, so 2020 is when you started. So I apologize for messing up the year there.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, that's fine.
But watching you evolve from like the 2021 to what you did in 2025, because it seemed like every single one that you did in 2025 was a full scene with background setting stuff going on. And this is the point where I get to brag a little bit. The ones that I was able to pick up this year.
Which one did you get?
I got
the Otter one. Nice. That's
the
awesome.
Otter one, and
oh wow, that was a popular one. I love that one.
The one where Harley, I can't, I might be getting this back, where Harley or Poison or Ivy are sick in bed and they're bringing like a bubble soup. That's the one I wanted, but I'm not. Oh gosh, I'm still big.
No, I got you. You're good.
You got me strong. Okay, there's a delay on my laptop that I'm looking at, so my phone's fine.
Oh no.
Yeah, I have messed up all of it. No, Mike, you can attest to this, but these are ones that if you have one that you like, you literally blink and they're gone. They move so fast whenever you release.
I'm astounded by that. Yeah, it's amazing. I don't know.
It was, well, I had seen them for a while, and I never could get it. I wasn't a member of your Patreon, which was my fault. And I joined your Patreon account this year, and you gave the heads up of when they were dropping. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's why I've missed them every year. The ones I wanted, but then I realized after I bought one, I think I read that this was your last year doing it. So that's why I went back and grabbed the otter one because I thought I got to get one with the otter.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there was a bulk of them just went like that, and there were a few this year because it was the last year. I was like, I think I might keep a couple of these. And
did you end up keeping one?
But I felt guilty doing it, so I just priced them really high. Somebody still got them. And there's one I took down that I hold out. I just took it down because I didn't want anybody to buy it. But it was the prop that my son that just came up here and hugged me. It was the one he suggested. So it's the pirate, it's the otter and the cat and the pirate.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He wanted me to do pirate, and I told him if I do an otter, and he's like, perfect, that's his favorite animal.
That's
so
super
I
cute.
pulled it down, and that one's his. So
that's sweet.
Yeah.
And are there any ones from the previous years that you decided to keep just because you liked them so well? Or
I have the only other one I own is the one where it was for safari, and it's Cara
Rhino.
The rhinos.
Yeah.
She's like casually leaned up. And what I like about that one is sort of, I've done so much Batgirl and Supergirl stuff over the years, but now Spider-Man has also been kind of a big chunk of my career. And I like that there's sort of like this, like literal connection right there with her elbow against Rhino's horn with Spider-Man and stuff. And also I was really happy with the way the drawing came out on that one. I can still look at it and go, I'm still happy with that. So, so that one, nice, those are it. That's all. Those are the only two of all of them that I own, that I still have.
Wow.
Jerry asked a question, and this is like connecting all the dots. Is the video game
one
one
I wanted to keep?
Okay. I knew it was priced. It was priced aggressively, so I figured.
Yeah. It went too fast. I'm actually more happy that somebody else wants it. That I was happy that to sell it, give it away, or whatever. But yeah, I knew what I was going to do for that. I can't remember the prompt. Oh, it's retro was the prompt.
That's a good
one. And that was like the weekend I was going to go see Ares, and I was already hyped to go to, like, I can't believe we're actually getting, like, I'm like the type like I don't care if Ares is bad. It's Neutron.
We're getting another one.
Like I did not think we were going to have a Neutron. I thought we were done. And so I was just happy that we got something, and so that was in my mind, and I had the idea of like the Kara's cape sort of.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
like, great. I love that.
But yeah, I finished it, and I spent so much time. Like I'm ridiculous when it comes to sort of inking things for watercolor, where most people would sort of like for the Tron arcade thing would probably just like do whiteout or white paint over there. But I'm like, I like ink around all the letters and shapes and even like the gridding, like a madman. And then so I can color that in so the paper shows through. And it's just, I kind of feel like I should stop doing that because it was
a lot of work.
Not connected. Like, that's still like this. So I ran down and showed my, I was like, this is the best one I've ever done, And she's like, that's great. And she's like, oh, you should. And then I don't have it. So I'm happy whoever has it. They should know that that's a good one. So.
It was shared. Me and Seth and Tyler have a little group that we have on our Messenger, and it was one of the pieces that was shared when we were showing.
Oh, was it?
Okay. So we like that one as well. That one was a really good one. But that's a good question because this Jerry is like he said you were. I didn't want to interrupt you, but he said his biggest collection is Tron stuff. So he's like, is this one going to be a print?
Oh,
I can't recall.
No, I only took 5 out of or 5 or 6. I was like the ones that I don't know how I chose, and they were just based on what people were commenting. Like, I want this one. I want this one. And I made those prints, and I can't make a print of all of them. Where do I stop? What I would like to do eventually would be nice to be able to collect them into some sort of book or print.
I was going to say, that'd be the next step.
For licensed characters, I can't really get away with it. Maybe, but it's like that. I don't know how that's
gray area.
So I don't know. I think they're just going to have to be one of those things that people enjoy on the web, and that's how it's going to be. And I wish I could do more with them, and maybe some of them can be prints later. Like every now and then, I'll do like a limited run of some of them, maybe as prints. I don't know. I'll let people kind of decide how I can handle it. But
I got it, Mike. Well, it'll be a Skottie Talk Good Buddy certificate exclusive that we'll have.
Yeah,
We'll put it on that. So.
I don't know what to do. I'm glad
No,
people
that's
like them, though. Yeah, I'm happy people enjoy them.
No, they do. Like you said, it was a gateway because you see these posted on Instagram. There's so much art getting posted in October, but for it to be something that kind of stands head and shoulders above other pieces that may be going through your stream, it's really cool. And there's been so many people that comment on these and share these, and you don't have tens of hundreds of thousands. I'm an accountant. I've said that before of followers on Instagram by mistake. I mean, these are huge draws, and then hopefully it's a good gateway into your other product because your other stuff is, as we're going to walk through here, is pretty incredible in and of itself. So. Oh my gosh! Now we got the votes for Tron print.
Oh yeah, now I have to make the print.
I would say now it has to be.
Yeah, so, and speaking of Spider-Man, which you spoke of a few minutes ago,
I didn't know the cover for the new one was already. It's out then, huh?
Yeah, it was on Amazon. I picked up the. It may be a
breaking news here, people.
That'll be my next post.
Sorry.
That's great. That's fine. Yeah, I'm glad that I know that now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google now to make sure it's not a. I keep using the word Google Amazon search to make sure I didn't mess that one up, Mike.
Stuff goes up. I don't even know. I'm too lost in my own worlds. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, let's find out. Make sure I'm not telling people.
And then just wait to see it
reveal
pop up.
the cover reveal.
Yes. We did not know we were having an exclusive tonight.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome.
Yeah, I clicked on Quantum Quest, so I can't even click on the right one. It
is coming out, I think, this summer, so it makes sense to be up by now.
Yeah.
Daggone it. I'm sorry about that, Mike.
It's
July 7th.
I've been like buried working on the 5th one, and so I haven't thought about it.
Yeah, July 7th. This one comes out like you said, three days after my son's birthday. I'll have to add this to his birthday gift. So
gift, yeah.
But so, what prompted you to get into the back? Because these are more of a recent work. We looked at some of your stuff that goes back 15 years. So.
Unlike the other stuff, I'm actually, I can look at these and be very, very, very happy.
Okay.
I love talking about these books. This came from again, my literary agent came to me with the idea of doing a Spider-Man book for young readers. And at the time, I can't. How old is he now? My youngest, however old my youngest one, he was like right at that age where it was like the perfect type of book for me to do for him. And so I, kind of. Oh, is that my cat coming back? Cat guest star? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool. In the background, yeah.
He might jump in front of here at any time. People are aware.
I would love that.
They thought it'd be a good fit for doing a young reader Spider-Man to kind of introduce kids to the Marvel universe, different Marvel characters, because my style, I post a lot of superhero fan art and stuff like that, but I don't draw them as kids. I draw them sort of how they look, but with a sort of I don't know, animated, happy style, I guess. Yeah. I don't know how to describe my style, but in a style they liked. And I pitched in this idea of a pigeon that Spider-Man can talk to. So when he's slinging through the between buildings, he's not just talking to himself. I can get some dialogue going. And even though the pigeon just coos, he doesn't really actually talk. And they like that. So from there, kind of the idea of like adding like him watching some animals for the first one came in, and then him doing flips a lot. Because my absolute favorite scene of all the recent Spider-Man movies is where he's told to do a flip and he does it. I was like, that's perfect Spider-Man. Speaking of flips,
quite the acrobatic cat, yeah.
I might have to rescue my cat from a lamp and then do it here.
Oh no, if you do.
You're gonna get burned. No, do that.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, no, you're gonna. Oh dear, you're gonna.
Don't
do it. You're gonna hurt yourself. You are a dumb cat. Oh my goodness. Why do you want to do that?
Cats are insane. No. We have 4 of them, so I know what you. Yeah.
All right, you gonna stay there? All right. I don't know. I might have to rescue him.
Hey, do what you got to do. You got to take care of our pets.
I wish I could. People are like, "What is he looking at?"
No, it's
I have these lamps that kind of
sorry.
they're open on top, and
Uh-huh.
like the light bulb. It's
Gets
hot.
hot, yeah.
Jump into it, and like, how are you not? I don't know. Anyway,
I've seen the videos that cats that get caught on fire because they're near a candle, and I'm like, they just stand there, and I'm like, you're on fire. Like you have
They
to.
don't have any sense of. You're just staring at me. You're like mad.
No sense of preservation. They're just
Here, I gotcha. I saved you. You're mad at me, but I saved you.
Yeah, he's mad. Yeah.
All right. Enough of it. Speaking of animals, that was really
perfect segue. We like segues.
I mean, it's like, keep track of all these animals and stuff like that. And there's an already cat. There's a cat in every single one of these. I think there's a cat in every story I've ever created.
I love it. That's a great detail.
Yeah.
I don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure.
No.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, he started. I was only going to be the one book, just the one Spider-Man book, but it was so much fun to work on. And Abrams, which is the publisher, they licensed it from Marvel. They liked it enough that they asked me to do a couple more, and that's how the other two came out. And they like those enough that they asked me to do a couple more. So now I'm working on a couple more.
And they say you can buy them individually on Amazon, but there's a 3-pack of the first 3 that you did out there that you could purchase.
Yeah, that one comes with a poster. The 3, if you buy all 3 in the box, yeah, it comes with a little poster.
I love a good poster.
Yeah.
All right. And so for the next slide, I think we forgot to put the Cleopatra in space images on there. So, I had previewed that, Tyler. Yeah, I'd left this as a placeholder. We can.
Oh, there they are.
Okay.
I pulled up some because I knew it was going to be blank, so I pulled up some.
Okay.
Just
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you. I forgot. Tyler saved my bacon on that one, so thank you, Tyler.
That's my favorite of the covers, I think, too. The 4th one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's got the auger on it. I like that.
Cute. Yeah, it's a cute character.
Now, where did this story come from? Because you're talking about getting young readers into reading, and as I mentioned, my kids were very excited about the TV show. My middle daughter went through a phase where she loved like pharaohs and Egypt, and would go to the library and check out books on pyramids and even mummies, all that stuff from that time period. So whenever Cleopatra in Space came on, which would have been right around that same time, this would have been right up her alley. But not only do you have Cleopatra, but you put her in a setting in space, and then you have talking animals. You have cats. You have talking cats. So there's just it's like you went through a list. It's like and put it in the blender and came up with a really cool story. So where did you come up with this story at?
Well, it sort of developed like a little bit over time. I was part of this drawing group. It was called Jar Geeks at the time. This is back when I was just a graphic designer, and I think I was working on Parable and stuff like that at the time. And we would just be given a topic to draw every couple of weeks, and we all would just serve just different artists from around the world would try to draw whatever that topic was in their style. And there's some really great artists on there. I was usually not very confident in my drawing ability, but I always try to make people laugh. And one time it was Cleopatra. I just kind of drew this image of her in space with like sort of a bubble helmet and a blaster and a floating cat, and I put Cleopatra in space on top of it. And a lot of the people on the board they loved it, and I ended up that was it for a while, for like a good year or two, and then I started sketching her again in my sketchbook. I started kind of coming back to this character I had created, and started drawing more images and sharing it online. And then my friends were like, "You should make a comic of this." And I was like, I don't really have a story, but I started one anyways. I just sort of made it up as I went along, and put it up online as a webcomic for a while. Then a story did start to hit, but at that point I sort of felt like I needed to start it over. And thankfully I had put these sort of collections of the webcomic that I was selling at San Diego, and that's how Scholastic picked it up. So
awesome.
So it worked out. I was at that point where I was like, now I'm kind of into this, and now I want to start it over and do it again. And that's pretty much what the graphic novels ended up being, was me sort of taking what I had learned from the other side. It's probably people that still love the webcomic more than the graphic, because I kind of it was more for kids. The webcomic I wasn't really thinking kids in mind when I was doing the webcomic. Really more honestly, a lot of it was like Buffy the Vampire fan fiction type stuff. And,
Oh wow,
love that.
and that's like what I like about Avatar: Last Airbender, but that sort of like character development. And but then I just sort of put that into the worlds that I really loved growing up, like Star Trek and Star Wars. And I think I could have, honestly, looking back, I feel like I could have pushed the Egyptian stuff a lot further than I actually did. But the world that I was sort of building was not supposed to be ancient Egypt. It was supposed to be like a very kind of developed from that. So I wanted to feel very science fiction and not ancient Egypt. So there's a part of me that was like, I could have pushed it further, but there's a reason I didn't. And I don't know, I go back. There's definitely things I would do differently if I was to go back and do it again, but I'm still proud of the work that I did at the time.
well, we have a question that's going to help settle an argument.
Oh, okay.
How long did it take Cleo to fly to the ice planet? Was it a few minute trip, or did it take like days?
Like days.
I think it was just a page turn, right? It took her as long as it takes to like turn the page. So if you're like,
okay.
oh man, how long is it gonna take? And then, oh, there she is. Or like, oh, she's gotta be there right away.
Yeah.
Those are things I didn't even consider. I feel like that. I feel like I'm gonna embarrass myself, but like I like to think she had the cheetah cell, and so I feel like she got there, and she's on a bike. She's got her air bubble on there, but she only survived so long. If you get cramps, sitting there on the bank, on the bike, and she needs food, so I would say it probably took her, I'd say, let's go with like a couple hours, hours within, maybe more. I mean, it took a long time for everybody else to get there, so maybe it did take long.
I love that answer. That answer.
Not the spoil of the book, but eventually everybody else shows up, and it's like way later. So
it either took 2 seconds or 2 years. So
they're looking forward trying to find her. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's like the ending of Stranger Things. It's open for interpretation, however you want to feel.
It's funny. Oh, can we talk about that for a second?
We can talk about whatever you want to.
But definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but like,
no,
it's a month. Say the thing, but like we went and saw that in the theater. We thought it'd be a fun way, and I'm so glad I did. It was so fun that
it was really cool.
And I'm just visually, I was glad I saw it on the big screen too. But like I walked out of there thinking, like, as I'm watching, I'm like, they have to do this sort of narratively as a writer. I'm thinking they have to do this sort of thing to really stick this landing, and then they sort of did that thing that I was thinking, and I can't say, man, they nailed it. So that later, I think the next day, I realized there was all this like divide over it. Like I thought they stuck the landing like perfectly.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, that's interpretive. Like in mine, it wasn't interpretive at all. It was like, this is what happened, but like Mike doesn't know that it happened, so he's not going to like sit there and say this is what happened. But it did happen for us, the viewer. We know, and that's how I looked at it. So I guess I also interpreted it differently than everybody else as well. Yeah. And I thought it was perfect. I was like, that's such a brilliant way, because the thing happens the way it happens. We know what goes on, and and then there's the story can continue. Which you should never end the story, because
I mean, I think that's the issue. Is everybody wants definition. Everybody wants something defined, and it's like I miss the days of movies, walking out of a movie, and it was like it wasn't clearly defined. There's everything you need to know how it ended, but not like you said, neatly wrapped up to where things could continue. Kind of a deal. Yeah, so
that's why Star Wars lasts as long as it has, because there's so many different various holes.
So much you can do,
and we just like look at ways that we can kind of fill those gaps. And we just create new and even better stories in the process. So I don't know. I liked it.
I'm 100%
good ending. But
I'm in your camp. I dressed up in a Demogorgon onesie with my wife, and we went and watched it in theaters. I've been a massive fan. That's one of those ones where, like, from day one, we stayed until 3 a.m. binging the entire season. I was like, this show is amazing. Yeah, and so watching it end, I thought, like you, I was like, oh, that was utterly satisfying. Like that's exactly kind of what I imagined it was going to go, and it did. And I was like, that was great. And then seeing all the discourse, I'm like, okay. And then all the Deflategate, not Deflategate, but the whatever it's called.
I don't
the
even know
Conformity gate. Come on.
gate. And I'm like, get out. I'm like, what
Every
is?
time I get on social media, even for like 5 minutes, I'm like, oh, that's why I don't get on here.
Yeah, it's best not to, because the only thing as a father, what bothered me, Mike, about it was that Hopper thought that his daughter, like, and she's like, I can't replace your daughter, I can't replace Sarah, but he lived the rest of his life thinking thinking that 11 was dead. That
Oh.
that bummed me out, and that she's alive. They're perceiving, they're believing she's alive, but she'll never get to be with Mike. She'll never be with her friends.
Maybe he knows something
So
that we don't know.
I mean, he knew that she was still around after season 1. So again, that's how.
Okay. Y'all are winning me over on this one. So
all it takes is like one more scene.
He's got me. I'm back. I'm really. I want to be happy. I want to be optimistic, but the pessimistic side of me always finds the things
that's why stories are fascinating. There's always another way you can look at them.
Well, Mike, let me ask you one question before I know this we're jumping rabbit holes, but have you seen the new movie Frankenstein?
Oh my gosh! I knew
this was coming up. No, I have not.
Okay.
I just have not had the time. I do want to watch it.
Okay, that's been a big divide here in the show. We've got like a civil war going between me and Tyler over whether we like it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we brought the audience in. I really thought everybody was going to like it, but more people were on my side that was kind of frustrated with it. But Tyler,
I absolutely loved it. I think it's my favorite Guillermo del Toro movie personally. So
I can be mixed on his movies, so it'll be interesting how I think. I feel like visually he's always astounding. Sometimes the pacing can be a little sluggish, in terms of what it is. But not all the movies, it just depends on what they are. Did he direct the Pinocchio?
He did, the animated one, yeah.
Man, I started watching that one, and my kids who don't like watching movies at all, they just want YouTube, but they don't want any. they were like kind of walking by towards the beginning, and then they ended up just watching the entire. They couldn't take their eyes off of it.
That movie
is one of those things. I was like, I like this, but I think I really like this because they like it, And so it's hard for me now. I think as a parent, I watch things very differently. I watch them in a way that but how do my kids respond to it?
You watch it through their eyes, yeah.
Yeah, I watch a lot of things that way. But yeah, I thought that was really, and I think it's the last thing I saw from him. Gosh, he's prolific. He's done so much stuff. But yeah, I do want to watch. It'll be interesting to see. I like Oscar Isaac a lot too. So
message me whenever if you remember. Let me know. I'll let Tyler know.
I like it. I think I'll probably won't be till like next Halloween till I get some time.
We'll have you back on then.
Yeah.
I just can't keep up these days. It's too much.
That's fair. Yeah, a lot comes out. Yeah.
Yeah, we got people shouting out Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim. Now there's an example where Root paced really well. I mean, that was not a moment. Yeah.
Now Pan's
that's my favorite of his, but
Pan's Labyrinth.
I like Hellboy 2.
Hellboy 2.
It's probably a huge divide for that. But I liked the Hellboy movies.
I liked it. I went back and rewatched it recently now, and I still enjoyed it.
They're different than Hellboy. They're like its own thing. I like that.
It was very Guillermo.
I don't know. I get very bored if like the thing that they're adapting is exactly the same thing. Like I have Magnolia Hellboy here. I don't need that also here. I want to do different things, and I think
that's fair.
Yeah.
Now, what about The Shape of Water? That one was one I was mixed on.
Okay. I thought it was. I was, but it wasn't one of those things that really stuck with me. Like it ended, and then there wasn't really much that really. It looked good. It was filmed.
It was visually,
but nothing really. I just kind of, and then I wasn't even really thinking about it. Like a couple of days later, it was just kind of there. And it was fun. So I don't know if something, but that's that might have just been me, or even could just been the timing of me watching it.
Well, it's interesting you said that because you go back and watch a movie. Like Tyler said, going back and watch Hellboy 2 at a different time in your life, and a movie that may have been kind of, as someone said, meh earlier for Pacific Rim 2, you may watch it 10 years later and be like, okay, well, it has a completely different meaning to me than it did back then.
Yeah.
So I'll
Well,
have
it's
to
a
give
real
it a
life
try.
event we had Finding Nemo on, and I was like choking up at like certain scenes, and I was like, wow, these hit way harder
Yeah,
Oh
being
yeah,
older than they were when
yeah.
I was a kid. Like,
I
oh,
didn't know
like
for
he got
sure.
taken. It's like, oh,
absolutely.
he just thought his son died. Like that's
That's a good.
terribly heartbreaking.
Still to this day, I think Finding Nemo, that and Wreck-It Ralph, I think are two of the best
Ah,
screenplays ever written. Like they're just
yes.
perfect. They're just so well
Yeah.
thought out, and everything just works perfectly. But yeah, those are and it's executed really well too. You know, everybody
Yeah.
involved from the
Exactly. Yeah.
but just yeah, that Finding Nemo, man, that's a really well crafted film.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
From start to finish. Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of Finding Nemo, Cleopatra in Space was a
Yeah.
6-book series. I mean, we're sorry, we're Mike. We kind of get off on tangents and different
No,
things. So
that's fine.
we don't mean to take away from your
you're with like the tangent king here. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I always feel bad whenever I look at the screen. I'm thinking, oh man, we've gotten so far away from Cleopatra in Space, but hopefully we don't want to offend you at all. So, but Cleopatra in Space, you're completely. I mean, the last book came out several years ago, but have you ever thought about revisiting it? Or are you completely?
It's funny. I was just at an author visit this morning, talking about this very thing, like talking about Cleopatra in Space. But I'll go to different schools and talk about what it is being a graphic artist and our author and stuff like that. And I always get asked if I'm going to make another Cleopatra book. But I tell them, before I even started the 6th book, I wrote down the ending for what the series was going to be. And it's in my pitch to Scholastic. This is how I want to wrap things up eventually. I don't know how many books it's going to take to get there, but this is where, and it was around the 5th book where I realized that I was at that ending. I think we got one more book left and I'm going to reach it. And so I always had in my head, this is how it's going to end. And it really, I changed one minor little thing, but it stayed pretty close to what I'd written way back before I started the series. So I don't have anything beyond that. I was very happy with the way it ended. It kind of closes off the story. But in recent years, I'm thinking like if I, because I get asked so often, my mind can't help to go like, if I was to do a new one, what would it be? And I think I know what the answer to that is, but I can't reveal it. Without like completely like spoiling what it would actually like, even just general like, oh, it would be this. So yeah, I think but here's the thing, I will say, I don't know if there will be a Cleopatra in Space book 7, but I don't think it'll be the last time we've seen me do Cleopatra in Space.
Oh, that's
cool.
breaking news.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Because again, right now, Scholastic holds those publishing rights to that, and DreamWorks has the animation. So there's little I can do and until things kind of start reverting. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, speaking of that, until my screenplay gets picked up and I become a producer, you are the first producer that we've ever had on the show. So I have no screenplay. But this is on IMDb. You're on IMDb as an executive producer of Cleopatra in Space. So, how do you become an executive producer? Other than create the book?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was probably just in the contract. I don't even know what it actually means. I did when the series started, I did a little consulting. The book series was still kind of going on, so I needed to know where it was headed, where it was going. I also, just like the way I did the graphic novels, where I was like, I need to start this over, and there's things I do differently. I told them things that, if I was to start this over, I'd maybe do this, I'd maybe do this. And they really kind of went off on some of those things that I mentioned just casually, which was kind of cool. And I was happy. I was really, I'm still really thrilled with the way the show turned out. I wish it was distributed a lot better than it was. I feel bad for everybody that worked on the show because they did such a great job on it, and I just feel like not a lot of people got to see it just the way because of how it was, kind of put up. I don't want to say too much. But I think if people get a chance to watch it, I think it's really fun. It's definitely a slightly different tone than the graphic novels. So it leans more heavily into the comedy, and the graphic novels have a lot of comedy. They're meant to be funny, but I think the action is sort of a little bit more prevalent than the other. And this leans a little bit more than that, but they do a lot more with the school and doing the field trips, which stuff, the things like I wish I could have done like in between the pages of the graphic novels to kind of like increase the world, just make it feel bigger. And I think that's what makes it a really nice companion to the graphic novel series. And I think they really did a good job with that. And the design,
did that kind of do what you wanted? Like you talked about how like you like seeing an adaptation, not just do 1-to-1, you know,
right?
the thing
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm assuming it sounds like that the
different.
show did what you wanted. So
Yeah. No, remember, maybe I'm probably really dating myself now, but like the Max comics, Sam Piece of the Max that came out, and then MTV did like an adaptation, and it was just the comic, and I was like, but I know what happens. I see it. I even know what the next drawing is going to be because I've seen it, you know. And maybe it's kind of neat to see it move a little bit, but to me, what really captivates me is not knowing what's going to happen next. And so I always just want to see something new, like take it to the next level, do something different. Again, I think that's how stories grow. I think that's how things kind of really evolve and how we come up with new ideas. So. Yeah, I don't know. That's just me.
For sure. Well, my kids were a fan, so
I think the show's great. I'm really happy people are still enjoying it.
Yeah, we were talking about artists right when I got home from work today, and they're like, "Oh, is that the Cleopatra guy going to be on tonight?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "He's going to be." So they may actually watch this one. So they were very excited to have you on tonight. So. Ooh. Now this is not. Now I know this one's not out. I know this one's not out. So this one doesn't come out till October 6th.
I literally just found out this is a big reveal because I haven't told anybody about this yet. But yeah, this is. I literally just found out this comes out October 6th today. I got an email.
Oh, okay.
But it's probably out there just like the Spider-Man cover was. I just don't know. So I asked. I was like, "When's the book supposed to come out?" And so they told me back this morning. I got an email about it. So
you got some excitement in the chat now.
I am hands down more proud of this book than anything I've ever. I probably will be than anything else I've ever done.
That's really cool.
It's inspired by a lot of the stuff I grew up with in the 80s, more of the fantasy elements. I'm a huge fantasy nerd, but also like sort of the adventure qualities of things. Not necessarily like the Indiana Jones. I wouldn't say because it's not like an action book. It's more like an adventure book. But it's got like treasure hunting quest that goes through it. But the characters and sort of the plot line that goes is really just mostly inspired by my family. Like their personalities are the ones that really are ingrained in these characters. Things that have sort of like conversations we've had together have like built themselves into the story. So there's like a lot of me, there's a lot of my family kind of put into this book. And I feel like it's one of the better things I've ever drawn as well. And so it's one of those things where I'm really excited to have it out there because I've been working on it for like 5 years and then it's finally coming out.
Oh, wow.
But at the same time, I'm like, I've long since been able to go like the things I like, I've learned aren't necessarily what other people like, you know. And I'm like so nervous. Like it's not a superhero thing. It's not a science fiction thing. It's very much its own sort of like, you know, Ghibli 80s movie inspired kind of thing.
Done. Like I don't need anything more. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just sort of nervous how people are going to respond to it, but simultaneously, you know, if people aren't into it, I think I'm at peace with that because I'm really proud of
you're into it. Yeah.
And I'm glad that Candlewick, the publisher, was willing to take it on, and because it's a very different book. I don't think it's a lot like a lot of other books that people are going to see out there. Again, I'd like to see something different people are used to, and I think we're going to reveal the cover for it next week. I'm getting back on some dates, so anybody tuning in right now, you're going to see a cover, and but yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think on the image that I pulled this one here, Mike, there was like 3 other images of pages that were available, but this one I didn't want to spoil everything, so I just grabbed this one to show that was on there. So everybody go out and look for this link. I think I pulled this from Amazon. It's available for pre-order, so make sure and get your pre-orders in to support Mike and you can see
yeah.
just the pride that he has on his face as he talks about this one. So it's gonna be a good one. So everybody go out and check it out.
I really hope people do enjoy it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to start actually talking about it this year. I mean, for so long, I think people, everyone on my Patreon's been able to get snippets and the concept art as I've been working on it throughout the years, and I've been sharing, who the characters are, different world. I did like a lot of concept work before I even started working on the book
wow.
itself. And so there's a lot of illustrations I've done that aren't even in the book that people are going to read. So I'm excited to be able to have some extra stuff I can share. And yeah, we'll see.
Was that different from previous projects, like the concepting stuff for this
one?
Yeah.
I had the luxury of for Cleopatra in Space, like I said, I was working on, I was doing these sort of fun little illustrations and drawings, and then I had the web comic that I was doing. So by the time I was doing the graphic novels, I had built the world through those things and the characters. I knew how they were going to look, how they were going to talk to each other, and stuff like that. But after that was over, and I started thinking about what I was going to do next, I couldn't just jump into working on a book. I need to sort of figure out who these characters were, what kind of world they were in, what their journey was going to be. And so the way I did that was just by doing just illustrations and just kind of trying to figure out how they were going to interact with each other and what everything was sort of going to look like. And I think it was one time I just drew a tiny little snail on a rock. And then that became like one of the big plot points of the story.
Awesome.
So you just never know what you're going to put in there. Just be one little thing. So I developed it kind of like you would almost like a movie or something like that. Where and so I could present that to publishers and say, this is kind of the general vibe that I want. And before I even got into the really kind of the really hard work of working on drawing the pages.
Do you find that like having those visuals is that part of it, having Cleopatra become an animated series and such, is that kind of part of it, like obviously background, thought of potentially this having that same treatment, or is that just purely just to have those visuals to really just help flesh out the world and everything?
I think it just helps me put my mind in the right place and keeps me on the right track. It's hard for me to just sort of come up with something from nothing. I like to kind of even I'll stare at a blank piece of paper or screen, or even like of the Super Batobers or something like that. Generally what I do, and anybody that's watched any of my little process time lapse videos and stuff will see this, I just start really just scribbling on a page. I don't even know what I'm going to be drawing. I'm just making shapes, and some of them I'm like, I can do this sort of shape, and this becomes an arm, this becomes a face, and generally I kind of know at least maybe what character I'm going to draw. Not always. Somebody different. And so it's I think by having like a fully kind of fleshed out illustration to kind of go through, and some character drawings, developments, it definitely helps. I can kind of always kind of go to that and make sure I'm staying kind of true to what my original are and stuff. Yeah.
No, it totally makes sense. That's awesome.
Okay. Well, Mike, you're more than welcome. And this looks like this has a fall release. I can tell how you feel like you have a lot to say about this that you can't say yet. You're more than welcome.
I don't know how much I'm like thinking.
No.
I don't know if I'm allowed to really how much I can say.
We're not going to pry it out of you, but you're more than welcome to come back in the fall, and we could have a book release, and you can talk you can talk a full hour long about it.
We've got Frankenstein. We've got this. We've got plenty to discuss.
Yeah, because I want to hear more of your thoughts on this one, especially considering usually when people do more of a passion project like that, like you're speaking on this one, it's really good. It's like really.
I don't know about that. It's like I'm almost afraid. I don't want to hype it up too much because it's like, oh my gosh, it wasn't as good as Mike made it sound like it was going to be. But
no. You're definitely invited to come back and talk about it because I'm looking forward to ordering it myself.
Yeah, I was going to say 9 times out of 10, like the passionate projects are the ones that do reach the wider audience, like the reach again, like you said. I think people are clamoring for different. Again, I go back to K-pop Demon Hunters, and that fact that Sony sold it to Netflix, not thinking that that's a story that people would want to see really on a big screen. And the fact it just blew up so much,
Big
exactly
mistake.
what people wanted to see, that they had to bring it to theaters after the fact. I mean, it just, again,
wild.
that's what people want, is something different to break through that mold, the same stuff, monotonous thing that we're seeing every day. So that's super exciting to hear about that, that you feel that way about this. So.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. We'll find out in October.
Fingers crossed. All right. We want to make sure and give a shout out to, that's the other thing I was going to ask you, the Operation Space Cat, Space Cat.
Oh yeah.
Is that from Cleopatra? The name of your shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it had to be, but
I had to come up with like a business name for like.
Okay.
Because I had like just for something, LLC business and, coming up with things and tax purposes, and I was, I made this like little sketchbook of like little black and white pinups and things I had done like back, and I called it Operation Space Cat. It was like this girl on the cover had like a hat with like cat ears and this super giant science fiction canon. And I always sort of thought it just sounded like a cool name, I didn't think anything else. But then I was like, I think I'm gonna call my company Operation Space Cat, and that sort of like alludes to like that's sort of like I always had in my head like they were the ones that sort of like founded the galaxy, the world,
I love that.
Goes on, and so like it's just sort of like this backstory that's only in my head, that it's not even in Cleopatra in space, but that's how I always thought. But now I'll cash a check, and now it's been a while since I've been to a bank, but I'd go there and I'd cash a check, and they're like, Operation Space Cat.
Yeah, why?
What is that? Yeah,
cat in space for science, and I say it so straight face, and they just look at me like, no,
Mike,
that's amazing.
It scared me to death when I ordered my Super Backtober pieces this year, because I got an email from Super and I thought I have sent it to the wrong place. Like, at least
it says stuff really small. It has my name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely. I was telling my wife, I'm a horrible at like self promotion. I'm just horrendous about it. And I realized I like sharing. I don't think I really like sharing. Oh, there it goes. No.
Speaking of cats.
He's like, I heard my name.
Myself.
Yeah.
I love sharing my art and stuff. And so I always say, my name's real small there. Even my signature isn't really that legible. It's just like I think
circle.
There's something about me. It's like I don't want people to know who I am, and so this is a big deal. Me being here, chatting live is a big deal.
Well, we greatly appreciate that. I mean, it's like you said, it's one of those things where it's in this day and age, putting yourself online and your presence, it's almost required, especially if you're doing what you're doing, where you're having to kind of self promote and stuff. But it's cool to be able to do it in that way, that's through your art, so that people still get to know you, but they don't have to, necessarily put yourself face first on the camera. So.
Yeah. One of the things I fear too, Mike, whenever I was trying to pick a picture to put for your promotional thing, the cats.
Getting in trouble, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, my wife, one of my favorite things to do is for her to send me pictures of our cats fighting, or not. When I say fighting, I mean like one hitting the other one's tail, or just hanging upside down off the couch. Yeah, the cats do the craziest thing. What's its name, Mike?
That's Neptune. We named him Neptune because that's where he's trying to get to. He's trying to get to
he's one of the Operation Space Cats.
Yeah, Neptune and his brother's walking around here too. Apollo. We're big space fans here. Like we're going to try to go see the rocket launch in a couple of weeks over.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we got a hotel booked, and my wife is like, she's like, as soon as she found out that she was booking the hotel to go to it, so. Yeah,
my in-laws keep saying we need to do that. It's being here and near that. It's like, why wouldn't you, kind of a deal. So,
yeah. Where are you guys from? Where are you?
We're in the order right outside Orlando currently, so in Claremont, Florida. Yeah. I know, yeah.
Drive like a half an hour and go see it.
Yep, and just go watch it. Exactly.
So I'm in Kentucky. I'm in Glasgow, Kentucky. So, yeah, so we're. Yeah, I cannot see it from Kentucky.
Yeah,
so. That's a little bit longer of a drive.
Yeah,
But-
it's neat though, and we're going back to the moon. I think I don't know. I'm all for all this. Like, that's what I want. I want Star Trek. I want. That's like
Yeah.
my dream. Like,
I want us to go where
That's
we've
great.
boldly
I wanna
never
go
gone before.
travel.
So
I want to be in a cool starship. It looks so
Yeah.
calming too. I want that hum.
Oh yeah. You're right up our alley here.
See, you're speaking our language. So
Yeah. Oh me. Let's see. Is there anything that we haven't talked about that you want? Oh, we'll go back to that. Is there anything you want to talk about? That's our favorite thing. So, but is there anything you want to promote, Mike, that we haven't mentioned
Oh,
yet? Because
gosh.
we
I
don't want
feel
to
like
leave
we've done it all. I'm over. Yeah. I mean,
We've
we talked
covered
about
your
stuff I didn't know what you're talking about. Not
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I would encourage, because I don't talk about myself. I think the only place I do talk about a little bit myself is on my Patreon. So if anybody really wants to know a little bit more, it's the only place I'll actually write a little bit sometimes about the art instead of just posting hearts like I usually do. I don't have a whole lot to say. That's why I got into art, so I wouldn't have to talk.
Well, we're thinking that means even more you coming out here. Yeah, so that's our target audience.
Yeah.
All right, what's your favorite sci-fi starship? This was a question from the chat. So what's your favorite?
Wow.
That's a big question. That's huge. That's a
wow, yeah.
My favorite sci-fi starship. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I need to. I should let everyone know. Like, I could say something anytime and I could have a completely different opinion. Like, later on. So
man. That makes the giveaway even more
the
fun.
Enterprise, just because it's so. It's neat, but there's also like a functionality about it. Like, there's a reason it's shaped, the way it is and how it works. And I like that the saucer can come. I'm trying to think which Enterprise though. I still love the very and you forgive me, I'm not going to know all the different classes and numbers, but like the one that for the Next Generation, that first one where it had the sort of like eye down, it looked like an eye down at the bottom. Like, really, it was so like kind of weird Mobius sort of retro sci-fi looking, the way more sleeker. I think that might be my favorite, but even as I'm saying it, I'm like, I love the Millennium Falcon, and so I don't know.
That's where my mind was. Yeah, the YT 1300 Corellian class Starfreighter. I just like you said, the fact that the mandibles were used, or like for that he took this ship that was meant for a totally different purpose. It was like, you know what, I'm gonna retrofit this and do all this stuff.
And it's all like jumped on, and it makes sense. Like, Chewie's always in there, like
tinkering on something
and stuff, and it should look the way it does. So that's cool. See, it's hard, and I'm probably just forgetting like a ship from some other. Those are the two big franchises. So I'm probably completely. I'll think about. I'll say it. I'll put it in my Patreon.
There we go. Yeah,
my favorite starship. Yeah.
Well, Millennium Falcon was going to be my answer as well, but then I thought of the Heart of Gold from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy with the infinite improbability.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So
what about would the TARDIS count?
I'll allow it. I'm going to allow that one. That one's a good one.
I'm going to go with that one.
That trumps mine. Yeah, that's a good
one. Which interior are you going with? Which doctor is your?
This is a big question. Who's your favorite doctor?
Was it the Last Doctor, or was it Capaldi that had the jukebox in it? Was it the Last Doctor?
I think it was the
Last Doctor.
I think it was the Last Doctor. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of a boring background, though. I don't know.
I
got to go back and look at them all. I can't remember. I mean, they all have the
the bells and whistles.
I have to go back and kind of really look at them all to make that decision. I can't put them in my mind. No way that doesn't count.
You bring a passion.
That's gonna be my answer then. I like that one.
I like it.
And it constantly changes. That's the thing, is it can change, with your answer too. So.
Plus, it's just it's so fun. It looks so weird just flying through the air.
Yeah. The cheaper the graphics on any Doctor Who show, the better the show episode is. So
that was kind of one of the. I think that was Capaldi. That, like, he said, I read something where he's like, the show just got too big for its own good. Like, it was great when it was just this little low budget thing, and it's like part of me agrees and part of me is like, I don't know. I think I just like Moffat stuff. And
That's fair.
We got an Eagle 5 from Spaceballs reference as well.
Spaceballs,
So
there we go.
we are pulling out all kinds of.
Oh
Yeah,
wow! Yeah,
yeah.
that's good. That's a good one.
So,
That's fun.
Some
All
good
right.
answers. Yeah.
well, now we'll transition over to a new
Speaking of
segment.
favorite things, yeah.
Our favorite things. And we can't legally sing this song, Mike, until 2055 because
Can
it's
we
under
not?
copyright. We cannot sing it. So we're trying to rewrite the lyrics.
Crazy.
So we got.
What happens if you do? You did it.
I think they pulled the show off the air.
The fitting gets pulled. Yeah.
Everybody has it in their head right now. You can't
so
do that and not.
you know the tune. You know what I'm humming right now.
Have to sing. Everybody's singing it anyways.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's another.
Oh, good. I don't know if there's a wrong answer for this.
I don't think there is. Not when it comes to spaceships.
Absolutely. All right. So my favorite thing of the week is A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, which is, the Hedge Knight King or Hedge Knight, based on the novella by George R. Martin that predates Game of Thrones by I think it's 90 years. But the first episode that came on Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Time. The proper time. We have a time zone war here too, Mike. I'm in Central Time and Tyler's in Eastern Time, but I love this show. This is so different than Game of Thrones.
Oh, good.
There's a scene early on within the first 2 or 3 minutes of the show, and it's a. I'm not going to say it for anybody that hasn't watched it. I don't want to spoil it, but it makes you think, what in the world am I watching? But it's definitely not Game of Thrones.
Oh, that makes me excited to watch it now.
Don't watch it with kids.
I didn't. I liked Game of Thrones up until towards the end, and then I did not really. I didn't even. I had to kind of force my way through the first season of House of Dragon. I haven't even watched it.
Likewise, I have not either.
It was such a drag.
But
the dragons were cool. I mean, I loved anytime a dragon showed up. I was like, oh,
exactly.
Everything else I was kind of bored. So I didn't know with this new one if it would be worth checking out or not. That's good.
It felt like it would be different. I've been excited for it because it feels almost closer to, like, again, watching Arya and the Hound, back in the early season. But I haven't seen it yet, but that's what the vibe. So I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna like this more than House of Dragon. And
you kind of know where it's going based upon Joffrey names drops the main character in this, Sir Dunk. He names drops him later on in Game of Thrones, so this guy's going to go on to greatness. But he starts off at such a low position.
Okay.
So it's an underdog story. Him and Egg, his companion. So if you like that's what sold me on it, because nobody's looking twice at him because he doesn't look like a knight, but we know he's destined for greatness. So it gives you somebody to root for that you may not normally root for in Game of Thrones.
Good. I'm excited. Cool, man. I'd watch this one.
Yeah, he'll probably murder a whole family in season 2, in episode 2, and make me change everything I say. So let's hope that doesn't happen, because I've really enjoyed episode 1. Great guy. The casting too is so important. Having the guy, he played a character in Bad Sisters. I don't know if you all saw that. No, the youngest sister, Becca's boyfriend.
Okay.
He was in that show, so I knew him. That's the only thing I really known him for. But he did a great job in this first episode. And the kid they cast for Egg, I won't give any spoilers about him, but great job acting. There's been so many shows that have been kind of ruined or thrown off because the acting for the child has been bad. And I'm not blaming the kid; they're kids. I couldn't act. So I'm not like. But I'm looking at you like the Strained, Lock and Key. There's some really bad child actors in that just take you out of the story. They did a really good job casting this kid in it, and so I'm really looking forward to see where this story goes.
Okay,
very cool.
I'm excited about that.
That's my favorite thing. That's for this week.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
Yeah. So Tyler, what do you got?
All right. First up, I've got K-pop Demon Hunters. Unsurprisingly, for most people.
The cat.
So yeah, I finally got all my pops in. I'd pre-ordered the whole set.
Oh, you got them all?
I finally got them all in. So I've got Rumi.
Yes.
I got them all here. So I've been really looking forward to these. I had ordered through Entertainment Earth, so I knew it was going to take a little bit longer. But yeah, the cat is definitely the
that looks good.
And it glows. I haven't tried it out, but it glows in the dark. The eyes do. So that's fun little.
It's funny. I watched the.
That's cool.
I watched the movie when my the day it came out, because I was like, we gotta watch this. Like, I had no idea it was gonna blow up the way it did, and I knew some of the people that worked on it, so I wanted to support them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but they you know, I made my boys sit down, and they don't like watching movies. They, for one thing, they not into musicals one bit, and but my youngest and I, we love anime, and we've been watching One Piece together and stuff. And he loves
that's awesome
stuff. And so I was like, but I think you'll dig all the fighting. I think it's gonna be really cool. So like, we're watching it. Anytime they were in it, but anytime a song came up, it was like they were the hood, like that every time, just mad and like grumpy anytime. Like, why are we watching this? So upset. But then when the cat showed up, it was like
really changed. Yeah,
saved the movie for them. They loved the bird.
That's hilarious.
Bird, and the cat showed up later, and it was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I've still only seen the movie once, so I can't remember it. I should do.
I've seen this movie like 40 or 50 times. Like, it's one of those addictive. I was like, I was excited for it, seeing the trailers, because I love the animation style of Spider-Verse, everything that it's brought forward. So like, seeing the trailers, I was like, this looks awesome. Funny enough, my wife watched it without me while I was at Heroes Con. And she was like, don't be mad at me. I watched it without you. And I was like, seriously? I was like, I was so looking forward to it. But I watched it with her, and I was like, yeah, this movie is like my new, I was like, this is one, my kind of rating for it is if I'm willing to get a tattoo for it, that's how much I know I love it, which I'm willing to get a K-pop tattoo.
Yeah, my mouth dropped. I had to move the comment because my mouth dropped.
At least wait a year or two, just make sure.
I'm going all in. Like, I'm just going.
No. Full chest tattoo.
Exactly. This is the other thing. So this was a Fan Expo New Orleans exclusive.
Oh, that's cool.
And supposedly they'll be having the other two covers at MegaCon. So I was like, sweet, I can grab this and then get on it. But it's Zoe, and then what's cool is it's got fan art on the inside. I'm assuming of artists who are attending the con. So I was like, because I didn't really know what it was going to be. So I was like, oh, that's really cool that they can feature, artists and have that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was super cool to get this. I like I said, I wasn't expecting the interior, but I was really excited to see that it had like fan art and stuff. So we'll be looking forward to finishing the set come MegaCon, supposedly, when they finish it. So, and then after that, my other two things were we've got Shane on the show, who is a avid watcher.
There's Shane's.
Yeah, exactly. He was kind enough to send me this print. And Shane, I'm going to be horrible. You're going to have to remind me of this artist, because I was trying to find it and I was blanking on the name. It was this, he got two, and so he knows I really have gotten into Spider-Punk's character. I hadn't read him as much, and now getting into I love the character design and just kind of what he represents and everything. So he sent me this really awesome print and sent me this incredibly nice note with it as well. I hope you enjoyed this print. Thanks for being a great friend. So that was really cool to be able to get this from Shane unexpectedly. And then speaking of prints, I went to Epcot's Festival of the Arts. They started this week, and so I got this really awesome piece. It's by John Coulter. This Haunted Mansion. I love Haunted Mansion. It's my favorite Disney World ride, and I loved the comic book look of the characters that John was able to get. So I tried getting it signed. Unfortunately, the temperature and weather just plummeted immediately, like right when I was checking out and he was there. So I got to tell him at least I liked it. I didn't get it signed, unfortunately, but maybe I'll be able to do that in the future.
So Nate Made It on Whatnot is the artist for that.
Oh, there we go. Nate Made It on Whatnot. Yeah. So go check out that art. If you like that Spider-Punk, go check that out. And then just a shout out, I got this new Initial D hoodie today. For those who don't know, Initial D, the manga, the anime, I love this anime. It's a super cool hoodie with embroidered stuff for it for the 30th anniversary of the manga and anime. So yeah, super cool, super comfortable, super nice. So had to rock that for tonight's show. So
representing, I like it.
Yep.
Now somebody had commented, and this is going to lead to a question for Mike too. But Chris, who we got an announcement for coming up here in a little bit, but there are going to be K-pop and Demon Hunter sketch covers coming out next month. With I know Tyler will be getting commissions for, but Mike, this is, knowing how busy you are, do you ever open up a commission or a sketch list, or is that just?
I feel guilty.
Yeah.
I feel better about it.
Okay.
I just don't have the time to.
Completely understandable.
Yeah.
I don't like. I know there's some people like it's fine, just knowing that I'm gonna get one in a year. And I think the last time I let people know, I was like, you might not get one for a year, but I needed. We had like a huge house repair, and I needed to get and people were fine with it, but still, like I feel guilty that they're waiting that long, and so I just lately what I've been doing is I just whenever I feel like I want to draw or do a watercolor or do anything piece, I just have been just doing like sort of a private auction on the Patreon, and that's sort of. I mean, I know it's not really the same as a commission. You're not, but I'm thinking about who people have maybe asked for in the past, and I don't know. I know it's not the same, and not to say I won't ever open them up again. It's just I usually am rolling them from one project to the next project, and just trying to keep food on the table.
Well, as you can see,
graphic novels, and so I just don't have any room to really budge, and I have to make those the priority thing. And also, I'm trying to spend less time upstairs in my studio. I want to be, I want to be hanging out with my family. I want to do some Lego.
No, priorities.
I'm probably the only person in the world that still has. I started playing Tears of the Kingdom day of the day it came out, and I still am not through the game yet. Like I'm still. I'm also one that I have to go through every single. I don't have to find every Kurok, but I have to go through every little side quest. And
right. I'm glad that we relate on so many, because I'm the same exact way. I'll start games like Red Dead or Cyberpunk, and I love them. I love the world design. I love getting lost, and I'll play like for an hour or two, and then realize I just hunted a bear the entire time. And I'm like, I didn't even the story, but I had a blast. So it's like
But it's nice to sort of like distract yourself with that. I think every now and then. I just can't take I have to be careful not to distract myself too much, or else nobody would have anything to read from me. So.
Oh no, we don't want that.
That is understandable. Yeah.
But last but not least, Mike, do you have a favorite thing this week? This is a new segment, so we're trying it out.
This week. Well, what is it? Wednesday?
It's Wednesday. Yeah.
I don't even know what's happened this week.
Oh,
I've been drawing. I don't know.
Food, song that's inspired you this week. TV show, movie, artist, anything. We put you on the spot with this one, so we apologize if it's.
Yeah, I could probably say this month. I don't know.
That's fine.
I'm always behind. You know what? We were talking about TV shows. The last show I watched that my wife and I was trying to kind of binge. When I said binge, watch a show at night till we get through it. But like I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, we finished up with Pluribus, and I think that has got to be. Yeah. I mean, I think I want to say it's my favorite show I've watched since like Better Call Saul, which was my favorite show I watched. I think it's in that since X-Files. I think I just love Vince Gilligan. Like he's
got a magic
storytelling is just superb.
I've been trying to watch shows since then, and I'm like, these are okay, but it's like the bar went so high with that, and now we're trying other things, and hopefully we'll find something else that we can kind of get into.
Let me ask you about Pluribus, because this was it took me about three episodes to really like it.
Okay.
Like, because I mean, there's certain shows that like grab you from the very first episode, and you're like a cliffhanger. Okay. Well, about 3 episodes. Were you too, Tyler?
I went in not knowing anything about it, and that's kind of my thing too.
From the first teaser, I was like, I cannot wait for this to drop. I don't know what it is, but I know I'm gonna love it. Like
I didn't watch the teaser.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Like
so
I've
planned the Marvel stuff. I'll watch a teaser because I feel like I need to be informed. But that's about as far as I go. I don't like watching trailers.
That's
I don't like watching teasers. I feel like that I enjoy stuff a lot more with no preconceptions about it. And my wife is the same way. We just kind of like the less. We don't even want to know reviews, of what people are saying. We just to go in, and sometimes we'll be like, "Oh, that was amazing." You look out, nobody liked it, or that was terrible, and everybody liked it. But it's kind of fun to have your own sort of way of going into it. But
that's a great way to do it.
We didn't know anything about it. I had like no clue, other than that who the actress was, and it was Vince Gilligan, and so.
Well,
I also love Apple TV. Everything I watch is pretty great.
It's my recommendation. If you keep one streaming service right now, it needs to be Apple TV because their quality is bar none compared to everybody else. The content they're putting out is just above and beyond.
It's all like good sci-fi and feel-good comedies. It's like
that's right.
Need like to sort of balance your life. Yeah.
Speaking of which, Shrinking season 3 is about to come out, and that's what I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
It's so good. Britton had a great point here, and I was just going to rehash that. The teasers, if anything, made it more confusing about Pluribus. So I agree 100% with that.
Are we talking
Pluribus? Pluribus for Pluribus, because I did watch the teasers as well, and I went after I watched them. I told my wife, I was like, "We've got to watch this show," but I have no idea what it's about.
Yeah,
like I have no.
I'm glad that's how they.
No, they did. Vince, I feel like, is also really good at knowing that of knowing how to set the story up without giving it away. Because I was funny enough, it was one where I watched every single one and I signed up for their text alerts, and they would send texts like, "How are you feeling, Carol?" or like just random things that like. You didn't know what was going on, but it like built up this like suspense or this interest in like what's happening, what is this story in this world.
You just didn't know how it was going to play out, and again, that's my favorite thing is like I don't want to know how it's what's going to happen, and that's But you kind of want it to play out, happen the way you want, But.
Exactly. Did you watch Severance? Yeah. Did you watch Severance? Because that's another one me and Tyler got into, and we were really enjoying
the first season more. The second one I wasn't as into. I was like, where, what is going on? And so it was not too much. And hopefully they can sort of explain some of the stuff they do.
I hope so too. It's a good show. The actors are good, but they've got to pull a lot of it together in season 3.
I like the first season a little bit more.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I thought the first season was stronger.
I agree. Yeah, we're all in agreement on that one. So, very, very good pick. I liked Pluribus. That's a good one, Mike.
Oh,
but now, this is what you wanted, Mike. This is what you came on the show for. So I'm Tyler. Go on, Tyler.
Do that. I have my little.
I have.
To my Tron stuff.
Oh man,
that's awesome.
Yeah, we have about 50. We have about 50 slides. Yeah, we have about 50 slides now.
I'll quickly go through all this.
We gotta go through them like a YouTube, like a quick YouTube.
I love Tron, so I dug through my history of Tron. So this is my wife and I. 2010, the movie had come out. Like we had our gear. These were our profile pictures. Like it was meant to be. Like we were both on the same page before we really knew each other.
That's awesome.
And then this was 2010 at San Diego Comic-Con.
I was there. Yeah.
Oh, were you there too? Oh, that's awesome.
I was so hyped. I was like, I have so many pictures of this stuff.
Yeah, it was. And forgive my crappy camera. It's like again compared to what we have today, but
I know.
15
it was
years
just
ago.
so cool to see people dressed up, to see them, the bike there and stuff.
I didn't know people still liked Tron. I thought it was my own thing.
No. Like if I had a desert island movie, 100% it would be Tron, hands down. Like that'd be the one movie I'd have to take because I could just watch it on repeat, like over and over, like Legacy specifically. But this was us. This was on the left before Tron Light Cycle Run opened up at Florida, so they brought the bikes out. You could try them out, and then on the right is my wife and I on the ride there for the opening pass holder previews that they did. So we wore our original shirts from 2010. I saw the belt. We recreated the Tron pose. Like Tron is 100% something we both agree that we absolutely love.
Well, that's cool, Jerry.
Oh wow.
And then what was really cool was they did a Disney screening for Legacy a few years back for like the 25th or one of the anniversaries they did, not 25th, but one of the anniversaries they did. And cool, what was really awesome about it was they brought Steven Leisberger out, and he talked to us and to talking about doing Tron and then getting to produce for Tron Legacy and stuff, which was really awesome to see. And then I did the triple feature for Tron Ares.
I didn't even know that was. I'm actually like myself. I didn't even know that was happening. Dang, that's cool. That's perfect.
They gave out metal buckets, collectible metal tins. We got like a little light up break.
Aries even better. No, like having feeling all connected. I guess you could kind of skip over the. But yeah, that's great. Oh wow.
Yeah, no, it was a blast. The crowd was Everyone there was dressed up. Everybody there was, ready to see the latest Tron movie. So, yeah, it was an absolute, like, definitely the best way to watch that.
Grinning.
So.
I was just like, yeah, that's real
Oh,
good. The way they shot it, to even that little dust, I don't know. It was so. I dug it. I thought it.
Yeah.
We went and saw it. Again, I'm so busy. I was like, it was even like. I had to like really move things aside just to go see the movie in theaters. We hardly ever can get to the theater these days.
Yeah.
I saw it in IMAX, and then I was like, we should have saw that in 3D. Why didn't we go see that in 3D? And so I made a point to get back there, but like the movie, it was like in IMAX for like 2 weeks. I like never could get back to see it in 3D.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, getting back to it. So
it looks so cool.
No, it was awesome seeing on the big screen. Yeah.
So, Mike, when you posted that today, Mike, and you said we might talk about Tron, the first thing I did, I went to Tyler and I said, I hope he's talking about the Tron I think he's talking about.
I had no idea. You're just like laughing to yourself. Yeah.
Yeah,
you're a bigger Tron fan than I am. Yeah. I love Tron, but like I wish I had as much as you do. Yeah, I do have that water bottle. And unfortunately,
I've been drinking out of it. Yeah, for the show.
Yeah, I just got it it was a Christmas gift, and then but unfortunately, I was walking into the school this morning, and it was in my bag, and I hear clang, 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 and now it's all dented and stuff on the side. But it's got character now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, part of the story. But yeah, we've got the mini arcade. We've got the all the Tron discs, the original, the new one. And then luckily enough, we met Garrett Hedlund at MegaCon a few years back and got an autograph. And he was really nice. His line was really short, but incredibly sweet. Talked to us, and was just such a nice person. So though funny enough, I will say one of my more negative interactions was actually with Bruce Boxleitner. We met him at MegaCon as well, and he and his assistant laughed at us because they were like, "Are you gonna get anything?" Or we were just coming to say hi, and they just kind of laughed and then kept talking with each other. I was like, I'm broke. I was like, I'm in college. I was like, I don't have a lot of money, but I was like, I just wanted to say that you're awesome. But the Warehouse 13 guys made up for it by being incredibly kind and talking to us after the fact. So that made up for it.
Yeah, some people are like that. Yeah, I've always wanted it's always been so silly to me that certain artists that like charge for signatures and for on comics and stuff. Sometimes I think maybe to keep the line down, they need to do that. But I will never ever be that. I would never ever charge for a signature ever. I'll put that down right here. And if anybody wants to come up to a table, like I do so many conventions, I do like maybe one a year. But like if you come up to a table and you just want to say hi and not buy anything, that is also very cool. So yeah.
Well, Mike, I was going to ask you that about. You answered my question. I was going to ask you if you do mean cons because I don't see your name floating around out there or posting a lot about them. So.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't. Again, I'm so busy.
You sound very busy. Yeah.
It's a mental sort of like I have like 9 books. Like I don't know how to put that, like bring that many to a table for one thing. And also like I don't know, it's a lot of work to get there. And then it's a lot of work to get back. And it's usually like, they always seem to happen when I have like some crazy deadline going on or some family function I want to go do. So I love Heroes Con. I try to make a point to try to make it back to that one. I don't make it back every year. I hope to be there. I'm going to plan on being there this year. I should probably let them know that I plan on being there this year. That's one I do because I've been going to that one so long. I know people there. My friends. It's like a big reunion, and I like being able to see my friends at least once a year. So that's one I try to get. But again, I have a Spider-Man book coming out this year and a Moonlit Spiral. So I've got those 2 books, and I have to go do more shows because of that. So maybe people will see more of me this year. I just don't know where.
Well, if you go to Heroes, you'll definitely be seeing us because that's becoming a staple for a lot of the Skottie fans since he's there in a lot of. It's just such a great show. Funny enough, I grew up in North Carolina and I never went growing up, and now I'm kicking myself. I'm like, man, I had that there the entire time, and I just never went. Like an hour away, and I could have gone. So.
And we can personally deliver the Good Buddy sticker at Heroes Con.
Yeah.
Very true. I can. Yeah, we
That's
can
what we're
do
gonna
that. So.
Yes.
Oh man. Oh,
Yeah,
there's
there was,
another.
there was just there's the
I
one
didn't know there
last
was another one left.
Me,
Okay.
me nerdily decked out, and then us playing an actual Tron machine in an arcade, a barcade. We used to
It's
go to
so
in
hard.
Minnesota, so.
It's the hardest game. I can't get past it.
Yeah,
Are you good at
it
it?
is. It's difficult. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course, Seth is popping in. We got his attention now whenever we talked about Heroes, but I can't find the comment. Do you sketch at cons or do you just sell?
Oh, actually, a couple of years ago, I stopped.
Okay.
Here's why. I know it's terrible. I might like sketch, but for people. Reason why I realized I was a part of. I was doing these conventions, and I'd go, and I was just like the entire time.
Heads
And
down.
I'm
Yeah.
traveling. I'm traveling. I want to see people. I want to talk to people, and I was just buried in a sketchbook the entire time. And then after, I would get like a stock because I'm slow. So I would stockpile stuff I didn't get to that day, and then I have to go back to my hotel room, spend all night doing a drawing that I felt was pretty mediocre because I didn't have a lot of time to work on it.
Yeah.
And I'm charging somebody money for something that I feel I could have done a better job at home. It was always hard on me.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't hanging out with the friends I haven't seen in years because I was in there drawing. So I just said, 1 year I was like, you know what, I'm just not gonna do it this year. I'm just gonna try it, see how things go. And it was like my best show ever.
Really?
Oh, that's awesome.
I was able to walk around, see some people. I was talking to everybody at the table. I was hanging out at night, and it was just great. I had a blast. I had a great time, and so I decided to kind of make that permanent. I don't know if it'll stay that way. I might, try to make it a little. But now it's almost like if I do sketches, like now it almost feels like it's going to be sort of like favoritism, I guess. Like,
Right.
like I'll do one for you, but I don't want to do that either. So
I feel like the way OAX does it is great, or like where the artist will take, just a certain small allotment of commissions beforehand, before the show to get done. And in that way, when you get to the show, then you can, hand them out and then still enjoy
they can pick them
the
up.
show.
Yeah.
Obviously, you still have to have time. That's easier said than done, but
yeah, that would just be like me doing that instead of trying to get the pages I need to get done fast enough. So,
there's a give and take there. A trade off for it. So.
Yeah, but I feel bad because I know there's so many people out there that have been waiting on getting commissions from me, and it's very flattering. I can't believe that somebody would want to pay money to get out. But I hope I can offer them again at some point. I have no idea when it's going to be, and I don't want to promise when it's going to happen.
I don't blame you one bit.
Fair, yeah.
All right. Well, I think this is we've got 12 people still in here, so it's giveaway time. And these are the 2 items I picked out from your shop to give away. So this is what I'll be drop shipping to you. If you can answer, Mike, I don't know the answer to this question. Only you know the answer to this next question. So. I
was going to say, because it'll be a question. That's remember the slide we inserted is that the way we'll be giving this away is through a question itself. Normally we do a wheel spin, so this time everybody needs to kind of be prepared for their answer. So.
Is that my question? Is that really?
No. This is just the example.
Okay. I thought, you changed it from what? No, this is just to get everybody ready, Mike. So, so don't say the answer. No, everybody's guessing blue, yellow. No.
We've already got the
I'm thinking really hard.
No. Even there's a delay on YouTube comments too, so they're not knowing it's not real until. All right. So the next question that pops up will be the question, Mike. When you see the answer pop up in the comments, let us know. And give us a thumbs up, and we'll go. So on your mark.
I need to go to the new comments.
All right. On your mark, get set. What is Mike's favorite pizza topping?
Ooh.
One guess per person. So
one guess per person.
You get one
it's
guess.
Not even nobody knows this.
Yeah,
wait,
no,
you're right. This is what you're saying. Nobody knows it. Oh, nobody's gonna get this one.
Oh no, that's what. Okay. Multiple guesses per people. So I'm changing the rules up a little bit.
But I didn't even say it. Like everyone thinks they know from what I was talking about.
Yeah. Everyone's guessing pepperoni, little pepperoni. We got 2 for pineapple.
Oh, whoa.
Sausage, black olives.
That's already breaking the rules.
Artichoke.
One guess per person.
Hey, I'm letting. It's a free for all now.
No, not Seth. Seth does it.
Yeah. When do I say the answer?
When someone says has broccoli, ham, Oh my gosh.
Sausage,
We may-
artichoke, mushrooms. I like how Ryan just says green.
he must be out of the
I do
line.
like some green on a pizza.
Anchovy,
Oh,
ham.
San Francisco, you've ruined pizza. Ham, anchovy.
Yep.
Okay, Mike, I picked a bad question. I
You
thought I
picked
picked
a very
bell
general.
pepper. Um,
People have opinions of this. This is
yeah, spinach. We're gonna, can you say, is it okay? We'll
I
do
need a
the
hint or
yes or no. Is it a meat?
no. It's not a meat.
Oh, okay. It's not a meat. Is it a vegetable?
No, it's not a vegetable.
Oh.
Okay.
I was gonna say maybe might have to do a different question or.
Someone said barbecue chicken's a meat, Jerry.
Yeah, that's a meat. Yeah.
Not for Pizza Hut.
I
It's
think
not
last
so-
I heard chicken was the meat, but I could be.
so-
I could be the same.
Chocolates.
Yeah.
No, we're not saying
Barbecue
what Jerry said. Jerry,
Cheese,
basil, cheese, apple.
There
we're
we go.
getting-
Some fruits in
Should
there.
I say what it is? I think people have said it. Should I point out?
Oh, has somebody said
Oh,
it?
someone said it. Okay. Who's what?
Let me
What
go
is?
back. Oh my gosh, this has been going forever. Who was the first to say it? It was. Should I just say what it was? It's pineapple. It's my favorite.
Oh no.
I think it was Seth then.
Seth won. Okay.
Yeah, it was Seth. Yeah.
So-
That's the one. Yeah, that's it. That's my favorite. Yeah, and also, like in the past 2 years, I've been getting pineapple on my whole family is like, you're crazy, but no, it's. I think it's.
Are you sure it's not green? can we change it to
I
green?
love it.
So-
It's one of those things
I will
where
say, if I had to have one topping on a pizza, it would probably be
pineapple.
Pineapple. All right.
It's a sweet and
Congratulations.
savory. It makes sense. I do honey. I love honey on pizza for that same
Oh,
reason. It's just
interesting.
sweet and
that's-
savory.
I've never
so-
done that before. No.
Yeah,
Huh.
I had somebody show me when I was younger, and it like completely changed pizza. Like I can't do pizza without honey now. I'm like, no.
Interesting.
gotta have
Now I
honey.
want to try that. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So congratulations, Seth. And we'll go back and show them the couple items.
Yeah, I choose the hero's sketch from
Well,
my
the
pie.
one, I still have the print there with Cleo and background Supergirl. I still don't even. I mean, I gotta order those.
Well, yeah, they-
like pre-order. Like I'm just kind of wait. I need to. I forgot they were still up there in the store, and I begin. I'm like, when's that coming? And I'm like, oh shit, I still have to order those. But then they're gonna go. They're timed, so they'll go all out of the store. So there'll be like a limited run, just a limited run of those.
Okay, so it's okay if I order it now. Can
Yeah,
you-
I won't. You won't. Yeah, you can order it, but I won't
That's-
be able to ship it till next month. Is all.
Oh, that's cool. It says coming in 2026, so you've got another 11 months to ship.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
good.
I'll be shipping next month. I just got to order them.
Okay, yeah. So I'll put both these in cart, order them. I'll put Seth's address. I've got his address. I'll put it in there, and then whenever that print comes in, I'm assuming they'll both ship together, right, Mike? That's
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
I was making sure there wasn't a problem ordering something in stock and something that's on
No.
order. So okay,
No
cool.
problem.
All right, congratulations, Seth. We give you a hard time, but that's pretty cool prizes. I'm jealous of that print. All right, so we're getting to the 2-hour point. I know, Mike. This is our wrap up part of the show.
we'll
so-
try that.
There's only a few more. So hang on before you go. So this is a new logo for a section we've already had where we promote different artists we've had on the show previously. We promote their work and what they're doing currently. So yeah, as you can see, we've got Derek Laughlin who just came out with "I Hate Fairyland" number 47 today with Skottie. So we've had Derek on the show before. Incredibly nice guy, another good buddy. So.
And he will be showing the art from 47
yes.
next week on the show. So that's what.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, always look forward to having him on the show, showing that stuff off. So.
And one new announcement today. The show after that on February 4th, artist Mel Milton and comic book distributor I want to make sure I get his name right. Chris. His name is. I don't want to butcher it. That Boy Chris Comics, but his real name is Chris Papon or. I'm probably butcher his name.
He's in the comments, so he'll.
Yeah, I know. But that just broke before the show. But they have a open commission list for Planet, and Mel Milton is also releasing a Dork variant cover for I hope I'm not spoiling anything. I said that and I thought I should have probably waited till that week, but anyway, for Brett Bean, if you're watching the show, you'll be able to get that clip. So, Peden like the Garden of Eden. Thank you, Chris.
I like that. Good sentence. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So Chris Peden will be on the show from That Boy Chris Comics, and artist Mel Milton will be on the February 4th show, and then February 11th will be Brett Bean on the show. So.
Cool people coming up. This one's quick. I don't know if you have anything. I'll just go and show mine quick. So, Just American Gods. I finally picked up this cover from Skottie.
Awesome.
I absolutely love this cover. Such a fun one. So I was able to pick this up off of one of the Facebook groups. So just wanted to show that off.
Very cool book.
Yep.
Hero 2026. These are the last two slides we got. We do a group meetup. We did that, last year. We met up with a bunch of fans the Thursday night before Hero, so we'll be doing that again and organizing that. Message me or Tyler if anybody wants to show up. Mike, if you're there, you're more than welcome to come hang out with us any of the time that you have available. So, last but not least, if anybody wants to be on here, artist, fan, bystander, anything, you're more than welcome to come on and hang out with us like Mike did tonight. And thank you very much, Mike, for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Much appreciated.
I had a blast.
It was a pleasure.
But if you want to hang on for just 30 seconds after we end the show, we'll say our goodbyes, and then that's all I got. Thank you all for tuning in, and Mike for being just a great guest, and hopefully we'll have you back on soon. Tyler, you can finish her up.
Yep. Thank you everybody again for watching. You'll catch us next week. We're gonna, like Dustin was saying, we're gonna have Derek on, Brett Bean on. There's tons of guests coming up that we're definitely looking forward to. But until then, stay fresh, live messy, and we'll catch y'all next time.